Oh, almost forgot something.
Ooh.
So used to the AC bringing you comfort, you forget that it makes a hell of a lot of noise on the microphone. At least the technical problem was easy tonight, and I'm totally not jinxing anything by saying that. You hungry, boy?
I'm eating some Ritz crackers.
Those are good, actually, like the little sandwiches.
No, I'm just eating the normal crackers.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the stream tonight. How's everybody doing? Special shout out to the early crew here. I lost some of which because the Twitch app crashed, so I will read out the people I've seen say things in chat. Dr. Path, Blue Javelin, 427 Arbach, Noel Moogle, welcome to the chat. Hey there, buddy. And I know there was somebody else who said something a little earlier. Thank you all for being here right now, and welcome to something I didn't think I was going to get a chance to actually show off. I don't get invited into a whole lot of betas, so some of you may have never played MapleStory when you were kids, or maybe you're too young to remember what this MMO was. Put bluntly, MapleStory was one of the big ones back in the day, and it earned it has a reputation. Octofry, yes! Yes, that was you. Thank you again, by the way. You have potentially saved me from a fate worse than death on the internet, which is irrelevancy. My channel will live on thanks to your warnings. So...
Oh, I'd just like to point out that Colt mentioned that you skipped me. Blue Javelin mentioned that you skipped me over, but that's because
well, you're here in the call.
Yeah.
The respect on that one is implied. So,
yeah.
So okay, MapleStory was one of the big MMOs, and it has a reputation, let's put it that way. It's to the point, people in the original MapleStory, that player base is so unbelievably obnoxious for the most part, that even in other Nexon games, problem players are referred to as Maplers. Now, this is a good chance for them. They wipe the slate clean, start all over again. We can nip this in the bud. We can actually do it right this time. But I swear to God, if I walk into the marketplace and I see a whole bunch of people spamming their requests with a whole bunch of @ symbols at the end so that it's taller and can be seen over everybody else's, I'm gonna lose my shit. So we have a couple characters that I built here so far. I started off with a wizard here because I played the original MapleStory back in the day. I was OG Fire Wizard. I did not care that Ice Wizards had a better economy. I did not care that they were better at crowd control. I loved that damage. This is the class I'm the most familiar with, and it's the class I will love till the day I die. Also got Heavy Gunner, which I don't recommend. I believe that one was introduced a little later. And then the Berserker, which I was playing around with the other night just to test the game out, and man, Berserker's a ton of fun in this game. But like I said, we're gonna go with the class that... hopefully all of them are that fun. I guess this will be the test on that one.
You've answered the call.
And since this is a very special stream for Fnu, I'm drinking alcohol. It's just not your father's root beer, so it's not that bad.
You and I were talking about this a little earlier, like classic MMOs that we used to play when we were younger.
Oh, yeah.
What was the name of that one again? Dragon Fable?
Yeah, how I got back into, like how I was able to get back into my account.
Yeah, your old password in email still works, which I don't have that luxury. This is a new Nexon account that I had to create a few years ago, so sadly all of my old characters are gone. I will never be able to recover those guys because I don't even have that email anymore.
Ah, Lord Smoopy's gone.
Hell, that was my OG username too. Like, that's back when I was known as Wolfia18. That's before I even started making YouTube videos. Well, technically the Wolfia18 channel had 1 or 2 videos on it, but uh-oh. Hang on a minute.
Oh no.
I gotta close out Skype. Nobody check the computers. That was me.
Ew, you still use Skype? You monster.
I'm trying to move these guys over to another program, okay? It's not from a lack of trying. I want them to get on Discord, but hey, it's what we're comfortable with. It's what we know. You know how it is. Like moving whole groups of friends over. Don't get me wrong, I'm gonna do my best when it comes to this. I'm not gonna contribute to the bad reputation that MapleStory has. I'm gonna do my best to be a nice, pleasant player. I'm just here to have fun, man. Don't start nothing, won't be nothing. I will do my best to help them make this a great game. In fact, they sent me that survey not too long ago. It's like, hey, what do you feel about this game? How do you appreciate everything that we've done so far? And I let them know exactly what I felt.
Awful, I hate you all.
It's not a perfect game. I'll kind of save a lot of my big opinions, but one thing I noticed during character creation itself, I have to point this out. Because MMOs, a lot of the stuff is centered around your avatar. How your avatar looks, customization options. If you have a chance to add more easy ones, why wouldn't you? You know?
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those... Look, the male model and the female model are virtually exactly the same. If you're not gonna do outfits, at least let them use each other's hairstyles. You are missing easy opportunities to double the content you have available on that screen. Hell, they're getting their asses kicked by L-Sword in that sense. I mean, they played it off as an April Fool's joke a year or two ago, but they introduced a whole bunch of maid and butler costumes into the game for the opposite genders of what they were interpreted for.
I found my copy of Chrono Cross, like my physical copy.
Nice. That's a good game. Kind of sad we're never going to finish our playthrough of that, but I did stop before the big plot twist in it.
Oh, that one.
Yeah. The thing that just kind of changes everything.
Yeah. Like, I still like Chrono Trigger, like, more, but Chrono Cross is still a good game. I just think I like the battle system in Chrono Cross. I mean, Chrono Trigger more.
Oh no, it's Magalore. He's back.
Oh no!
It's 3D now? Yeah, that's actually one of my favorite parts about this.
Class, open your textbooks to...
Like, it's an actual action game now. There's not a whole lot of hit scanning anymore like there was in the original. Dodging enemy attacks means something in this.
Magic to learn today. Are you going to waste our time waiting for one tardy student?
An astute point as usual, Miss Class President. Let's begin. What can anyone here tell
Only I could hear the game audio.
What's going on? Nobody can hear it?
No, I can't hear because I have to mute you so I don't get like
Echoes and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is the one downside. I can't voice these cutscenes because they already have actors. But to be fair, they're not bad actors either. Well, actors and actresses.
I don't know.
I mean, this isn't much of a... This isn't a good indication right here, but most of the ones I've heard are alright. Apologizing already. Good job, Fnu.
What?
We set the forest on fire, oh no.
This is someone.
That fire will burn out on its own, probably. This is already more extensive than the tutorial I had for the Berserker character. Like, it's teaching me how to swim already. Not bad.
Oh, since you watch the video of like how breaking it, like what happens when you break a card game. Like the main example is there, and that was from Hearthstone with Shutterwalk.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't about how they made Shutterwalk too strong. It was how if you do one.
Try again? You kind of broke up there a little bit.
It's talking about like how Shutterwalk's like how his ability turns the game from being fun to, oh, we're just gonna sit here for now.
Ah, that vacant grin, that blank expression, the infuriatingly good grades. You have no idea how much I detest you. Oh. Oh no. Oh, did you finally realize how much trouble you're in? I bet they'll expel you before the month is through. You never do your homework, you skip class, I have to get to makeup class with Inos. So much for playing hooky today. Now I'm bummed out. You better run along, Kate. I'll walk you home some other time. Just completely ignore her. Apparently we're playing as something of an airhead character here. Just walk to our own beat, pretty much. I won't allow it, never! How come you get all the special stuff despite the fact that I'm applying myself far, far more? Yeah, that's college types for you, right? Classes? This is a school? You're tardy. Again. I should probably give this guy a little bit of a deeper voice. He is supposed to be a professor here.
It looks like he's 12.
I mean, so does every character in this game, unless they have one of those big wizened beards. Do you remember your books? Tell me, why did you skip class today? I'm sure you have a good excuse. Of course I do. My alarm clock has become sentient and is plotting against me. I'll get you next time, alarm clock. It is not the fact that you lied that bothers me. It is the fact that you use such a transparent lie. It seems you still require more discipline. Professor? I shall be lenient with you today. All you have to do is clean up the classroom. Without magic. Please, oh wise and generous teacher, anything but that! A wizard cleaning without magic? I'm a delicate flower. My hands are smooth and soft. Surely such a punishment is more suited to a warrior. Oh, the anguish, the humiliation. At this rate, I ought to set down my staff and pick up a greatsword instead. Come now, Whatthefnu, I doubt you could lift a greatsword. You really are something else. Enough horsing around. The classroom won't clean itself. It was worth a shot.
Shit, you know, I thought he was going to tell you to go to the basement and kill a bunch of rats.
'Tis a fine tradition stretching back to the beginning of MMOs and fantasy games in general. Every great hero got their start killing rats. Don't you know? How uncharacteristically thorough of you. See? I'm not a total lost cause. And I'm starting to empathize with this character a little more. Has no motivation whatsoever when it comes to doing schoolwork. And we're likely to admit our own flaws. I've decided on your next punishment. What do you mean, next punishment? You didn't think this was over so quickly, did you? I take your education very seriously. Do you have to? Simply fetch that book and place it on a podium. Without magic? Without magic. I want to cry. It's probably way different from their perspective. Like, you get so used to things like Mage Hand and whatnot. Because I will admit, that is one of the better spells in the entire game. Is either Mage Hand or Prestidigitation when you're playing Pathfinder or D&D. Just because it has so many applications, both of them. I hope Go ahead.
It depends on because a lot of times they put a limitation on Mage Hand that it has to be like a pound. Or
yeah,
less.
Mage Hand is 5 pounds of force you can exert on something.
Yeah.
Since you're still feeling chatty, you must have energy for your study session. Let's catch up on what I covered in class today. Open your textbook to page 46. We will begin with the section on dealing with cute monsters. What should you do when a monster shows up and you just want to pinch its whittle chubby cheeks? Most students struggle with this concept, but a cute monster is still a monster. No matter how much its whittled chubby cheeks call to you, do not pinch them. Instead, unleash arcane fire and eldritch frost on its adorable little facekins.
And rip its spine out.
I love how this is an actual problem. Like, enough students have made this mistake that they need to line it out. However, the writer is so, like, came from that mindset himself or herself too. So it's like, okay, I empathize with you, however. Wow, I think you auto-aim at whatever you're shooting at too. This isn't so bad. What do my skills look like here? Okay, Mage Strike. We've got a Warp.
Shoot! No stamina!
Ah, I see what's going on here. I see, so we haven't really spec'd into an element yet. We've just got a bunch of force skills, essentially. Non-elemental stuff and whatnot. How is that, Professor? Not bad. You may be a terrible student, but you have a knack for spellcraft. Let's move on to the next topic. Give me a moment. He turns from you and talks to himself. Once again, I'm baffled by her progress. The other students could hardly face 2 monsters at a time. Whatthefnu obliterated a dozen without breaking a sweat. Had I summoned more, I have no doubt she would have dealt with them just as easily. Spell potency, magic precision, mana channeling, spell memorization. She excels in all of these categories. Perhaps it is time to take this lesson off book. I can still hear you, Professor. You're doing it again. Professor? Why do you go places that I can't follow? Magic Claw, yeah, I think I recognize that one. I know wizards do get the ability to teleport later in that game. Like I said, it has been years. It's been almost a decade since I last played MapleStory, so a lot of the references are going to go clean over my head unless they're specific NPCs. Let us continue the lesson on hunting monsters. This time you will face something much stronger. Really? It looks like the next chapter is about using magic to copy merits. I thought you were enjoying these more hands-on exercises. If you'd rather call it a day. Let's not be hasty. All I'm saying is, shouldn't I be learning theory and stuff? There's no time! My apologies. Let us begin the exercise. Ah, so actual slimes here. He has faith in us. Okay, so it's not entirely an auto-aim. It sort of curves itself, but you do have to be facing in the general direction of the thing. Alright, now I'm starting to get used to it. I understand why they did this. Slime this strong would have been difficult even for an adult mage. To defeat it so easily, her latent talent is limitless. Whatthefnu could be a great archmage with the right training. It's good I made those arrangements when I did. My role in this is almost done. Wow, those monsters really were tougher than the last batch. They actually managed to take 2 hits instead of just 1. What's next? Stronger monsters? Maybe a boss fight against the headmaster? Hey, if I beat Headmaster Asimov, or Asimov, which I think I recognize that name, does that mean I get an automatic A for the year? Focus, Whatthefnu. Your next opponent will be me. Enough joking around, Professor. I couldn't really fight you or the headmaster. I'm serious. I wish to duel you. You... what? Listen to me, Whatthefnu. You have a talent for magic unlike any I've ever seen. As your teacher, it is my responsibility to push that talent to its limits. Past this, all you can do is learn in the field. Now, let us begin. Wait! Professor, why does Whatthefnu get special treatment? Dueling isn't even on the syllabus. I had a feeling this was gonna happen. It just isn't fair. Are we gonna be fighting her instead? Is that our final task here?
Okay, I'm back.
Hey, welcome back. What are you doing here, Miss Class President? It's Caitlin, Professor Inos. Of course, Caitlin. Everything we've done here is planned for tomorrow's class, of course. Whatthefnu has a nasty habit of missing class, you see, so I thought we would work ahead. Oh man, Kate, you're gonna have so much fun tomorrow. Quiet, you! What did I say? Professor Inos, does that mean we'll be dueling in tomorrow's class too? In that case, I'll duel Whatthefnu. It's only fair. Oh, a friendly duel with Kate? This will be so much fun. Are you sure about this, Caitlin? Absolutely. This is my chance to show you that I'm the better mage. On guard, Whatthefnu! After I beat Whatthefnu, I'll be the new teacher's pet. And the professor and I will have our own study sessions. In private. Minos will proclaim his love for me, and then I'll... But oh, Professor, surely it's too soon for us to get married. Kate, what are you mumbling about? None of your business! Get ready!
I am gonna jump his magical rod! So just to clarify, what happened is suddenly your voice glitched out, and it says you were talking, but I wasn't getting any sound from you.
Looks like we finally got our elemental spells here. We don't even have to spec into a single one, it looks like.
That's good.
Are there any class changes yet? I
Probably
can
not.
choose to become a fire wizard or an ice wizard at this point? Or do they just give me everything here? I didn't look that up, because that's another one of the big things. Is, ranking up your class, becoming something completely different with new abilities. Well, Professor, I won, didn't I? Bullshit, I reduced your health bar to 0. Indeed, your victory is clear. Whatthefnu, however, left the classroom in a state. Left the classroom in a state. Oh boy, I guess that fiery tornado was a little too much for the place to handle. She had actually hit me with that spell. Kate, where are you going? Where are we having fun? I think we might have wounded her pride a little bit. 'Cause look at this place. She wouldn't be walking anymore if that had actually landed. Yeah, that was a little bit of a bad pop-up there for a little bit, wasn't it? Just things slowly floating back into place. I was gonna point it out, but I don't mind it so much. What a rush. Whew, good fight. I can't beat Kate, Professor. She actually works hard. Miss Caitlin is an exemplary student, to be sure, but your potential goes beyond that. Look at what you've done to the classroom. Where did you even learn such a spell? I just knew it. There's something about the way your mind works. Spells come to you effortlessly. This is reminding me so much of some of the conversations I had with my mom as a kid. She used to tell me, I would take my viola music and I'd just transfer it over to the piano. I got bored one day and started playing it there instead for my practice. And she just told me straight up, do you know how many people who go to college for music theory can't do that? And it just seemed so natural to me. It didn't seem difficult at all. I can't fathom why some people might have trouble with that kind of thing. And it sounds conceited. It really does, but it's just... I can't explain it. I've tried to understand, where some people have trouble with it. Oh, they took away our special spells. Look at that. They're not even in my bar selection anymore. It was just giving me a little bit of a taste of things to come, I guess. And phasing through Caitlin. That's you, I guess. Good day. People like you learn best through real-world experience, not by being cooped up in a classroom. A single duel was able to draw out great magic from within you. In that case, imagine if every day were a struggle to survive. You'd attain mastery of your abilities in no time. Come with me to my office. We have much to discuss. Try not to get lost in the Chamber of Secrets along the way.
And don't mind the prisoner of Azkaban.
Yes, he deserves what he's getting.
And don't touch the Goblet of Fire. And don't put your name in there either. I'll know.
Harry Potter! Let's not mince words. Whatthefnu, how would you like to study in Tria as a royal mage? Nope. Too far away. Sorry, I'm out. Please hear us out at least. Whatthefnu, I will be leaving LNL soon. Dark magics have been detected at the Door of Light. I've been called to investigate by the Empress herself. That sounds pretty serious. Yes. I don't know when I'll be able to return to LNL. But if you become a royal mage, you'll be able to learn and grow into a powerful mage even if I'm not by your side. You wouldn't have to worry about missing class anymore. And the headmaster would grant you credit for your time abroad. Enough credit to graduate. I just want to say this. If you guys ever want to fill in these voice lines here, like all of this dialogue in between major cutscenes, I'm available. Like, I've got a resume at this point. I'm willing to voice some of these characters.
Oh, and I got a message back from them right now. Fat chance it says.
After that gay romance novel that you did, we're not sure if you have the right reputation we're looking for.
It wasn't gay enough.
We've got a brand identity to protect, don't you know? I believe it is
We
your right.
need this amount of gay, and you just don't hit that level.
She could become more powerful than I? Nonsense. She will. She will. There's no doubt about it. Okay, so I put the emphasis in the wrong places there. She could become more powerful than I. Nonsense. She will. I'm determined to do everything I can to help you reach your full potential. I don't want the world to lose a great mage simply because I wasn't there to help shape her. Are you sure you've got the right gal? I'm Whatthefnu. I missed so much class the freshmen think I'm the janitor. You also rank first on every test without even trying, simply by doing what comes naturally. Okay, sure, I test well. I think you guys have lost your minds, but hey, what do I have to lose? This great Mage of Destiny stuff could be fun. Alright, I'll do it. I'll study abroad in Tria. But you've got to promise me something in exchange. Someday we'll both come back to LNL, and then we'll have our duel. Of course, I look forward to it. It's interesting. Like, both this and the Berserker story have a long-term goal of someday I'm going to be powerful enough to overcome my mentor. I wonder if that's intentional. Like, they want to set this game up to be like, these are the heroes from the past games, and you will one day become stronger than they are. It's the whole point, because that's what RPGs are about, just building up your character into something bigger and better.
Included in the Whatthefnu voice pack includes saying butt farts and then constantly laughing.
Well, I'm not proving you right here. Well, I'm not proving you wrong here, sorry. Our friends at Honeypot, however, are quite interested. Also, we're getting a call from a company called Loopysoft? Never heard of them. I see what you did there. The Door of Light, a few days ago. This cutscene goes on for a while, by the way, so please continue.
They wouldn't hire Fnu at Ubisoft because he's not French enough.
No, Loopysoft.
Oh, okay. You're not loopy enough.
Hang on, let me double check just to make sure I know what these guys do. Oh, yeah, those guys. Yeah, I'm familiar with you. They're the guys that made Mutiny.
Oh, okay.
They also worked on the Stargazers, and I've seen some people play this, the Reject Demon, Toko. Didn't Dodger cover that one?
I literally dodge any porn-related games because
that one isn't. I think only Mutiny is.
Okay. I still just dodge those games just because it's just not my thing.
Yeah, I understand. Oh noes! He opened up the Matrix. What are we gonna do now? I've seen screenshots of this area. Apparently you go too deep in the Maple Story, because this was years ago. This was before FNAF World or anything. I think it was explained like you were actually getting into the code of the game, or something like that. Like there was an entire world of darkness hidden underneath the light one. Or this is just the boundaries outside of the world of light that exists.
Yeah, like in Pokemon.
Huh. Distortion world and all that?
Yeah.
This time,
Yeah,
I will save this world. He's turning everything into Minecraft.
Ew, yeah, defeat him already.
I mean, the world is broken up into blocks no matter where we go. It was like that before he got here.
Well, I want him to destroy it then.
Let's see, so this book goes... I just love my new life as a royal mage. Each day a new adventure. For example, reading, and more reading. So bored. I'd almost rather be back at Elenel than cooped up in this library. Ahem. Miss Whatthefnu, you seem to be having trouble focusing today. You still have so many books left to read. Well, you have spent quite a bit of time indoors lately. Perhaps a little field trip is in order. With the Empress's Grand Court coming up, caravans are coming from throughout the land to bring in all manner of delicacies and goods. As a royal mage, you do have a responsibility to the safety of the Empire and its people. Perhaps you could lend a hand to one of those caravans. One of these caravans, sorry. But I've just remembered. You hate field trips, don't you? Yes, that's right. Back to reading, I suppose. I believe this field trip will be important to the development of my moral character. You found your motivation, have you? Very well. I shall make the arrangements. Next caravan should be leading from Lith Harbor. Speak with the guard when you get there. Have fun, but do remember this is supposed to be educational, will you? Yeah, okay, so this is where all of the paths start to converge. We're getting hired onto a caravan now, and what do you want to bet this is going to go very poorly for us?
Bad.
Oh, I forgot about this. There's a bit of a Mabinogi aspect to Maple Story too. People can customize songs on instruments and they can actually play them in the game. If you do it right, you can actually have a whole band get together. Although I've yet to see anybody with enough coordination skills to do something huge like an orchestra or whatever. It is just the beta. I'm not going to hold that against them. Hey there, you must be Anne's student. Yes, I am, as a matter of fact. Wait. I know this song. I know this is from Final Fantasy, but I can't place it. Oh. No, it's not coming to me. The only downside is, I wonder if I can go into the options, and because sometimes not everybody is very skilled with the MIDIs they put together, so... Sound, I wonder if there's an option to like turn that off and ignore other players' instruments. Ah, here we go, play instrument. Mute BGM during performances? No.
For me, it's so bad that when I saw Magic School, I was like, oh my gosh, if it turns out he's like, I'm not good at magic, but I can punch people, I was gonna get very mad. I hate that trope.
No, we're just a savant, is what we do. We're basically, we're a complete airheaded wizard. It's one of those, we're really good at it, we just don't want to apply ourselves. We're gonna learn over the course of this adventure. Or not, because, you know, anime has a deathly allergy to character development sometimes.
Yeah, depending on which one you're watching.
I cast Fist. See, there are ways to spin that, too. Like, if you use physical combat to enhance the magic, like you find different ways of applying it, that can work. But you do have to have the magical talent, you know?
But that's not what those series do. They go with such and such character is really bad at magic, but he's good at kung fu, or sword fighting, or punch-related fight.
Alright, so Maple Navigator. Open the friends window from the community window, then click add friend. Add friend. I mean, I clicked the button. I didn't actually add anybody, but... So basically, they're giving me I noticed this while I was playing that Berserker character. There are certain things you can do in the world that will give you extra little bonuses and some treasure chests. Like, you see the Navigator thing up here, right? I think we get some of those just by... Yeah. New hairstyles, dyes, and faces. I believe if I look at my account here, because I have unlocked the merit market. Yeah, so this isn't unique to every character. You just get 1,000 every day. All of this is going to be wiped by the end of the closed beta. I'm not going to be able to keep all of these cash shop items, but... Cosmetics. What do all you guys do? Hairstyles? Chic hairstyles. So, okay, you can actually... Hang on a minute.
Just leave it to me.
Anything? Well, in that case... Now, how come I can't have some of these? Oh, certain cosmetic items are actually locked behind certain trophies and achievements. Some of them are special ones, I guess. Heh. If you want these really, like, big bouncy pigtails or whatever. Or the ones that just defy gravity whenever your character moves anywhere. Aw, I actually really like that one. And wow, look at how much money it costs you just... At least it doesn't cost you premium currency anymore. I mean, those are just standard hairstyles. What about the special ones here? I've never seen this before. Let me play around a little bit. Turbo Soon Tails. Is that a thing? Is this like dead mom hair? Like certain character types just happen to have certain hairstyles?
That's fine, Moogle.
I have a friend who might be streaming later. Hey, don't worry about it. Come and go as you please. Don't feel the need to, like, explain to me or anything.
Yeah, I just sometimes just leave Fnu's stream and not even tell him. And I'll just come back and call him a nerd and then leave again.
Double buns here. Dual split. Ooh. See, okay, I know this is a really, like, tropey thing that everybody's really interested in, like, everybody wants wings on their character. Everybody wants the, what is it? There's a specific term for having eyes of, 2 different eye colors.
Oh, the Croatia, what is it?
But you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
This is the... I could just waltz around as a Who from Whoville with this hairstyle. Heterochromia, exactly. Yeah. Ah, that was right on the tip of my tongue, too. Thank you for filling in the blank on that one. Yeah, everybody wants wings, everybody wants heterochromia. And then there's this, which, yeah, I like the split color hairstyle. I just wish it didn't have this little ahogie right there. Like, if it weren't for that little stupid bit of hair at the top, this would be perfect. I'll have to wait till tomorrow to actually apply that to my character, but... Now, I'm not completely without customization options, though. I did spend this on the Berserker. In fact, if we head over to the bank here, I can transfer all the good stuff over to this character.
You can trust us with your valuables.
Hey, Pete, help me out here, buddy. I'll take all of those out, some of the spell stones. If I want this character... Oh. Because this item is bound to that character, you cannot withdraw it from the bank. Well, crap.
Oh yeah, a lot of MMOs do that. I know Rift did that quite a lot too.
That sucks. That sucks. Because this is another thing. Like I said, there's no point to it. Because it's not only certain hairstyles. Even if you're the same gender, certain classes get outfits that other ones can't get. I don't understand why they just don't give it to people. Like, what if I wanted to look like a berserker in my mage, with my mage? There's no reason not to. I don't understand. I just don't understand.
Do you want to know how bad the hair chromia trope is?
What's up?
Want to know how bad the hair chromia trope is?
You're breaking up something fierce, man.
Really low. Did you get that one?
No, you're roboting something fierce right now.
Yeah, a little bit too.
Hop out of the call and come back in, see if that helps out. Oh, for crying out loud. No, stop giving me a tutorial about how to create custom items. I may or may not do this just so I can wear one of the shirts from my own merch store.
Hello?
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 Hello. I think that's a little better.
You suck a little bit on your voice.
Me?
It could be that we're still in this group chat.
Alright, let me try that. And Discord is better than Skype, but it's still not perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Let's try this one then. Hopefully that fixes the issue. What do you think your shadow would be like in Persona 4? I'm not comfortable saying. If I want to be brutally honest about that, everybody's allowed to have their secrets, so...
They're trying to out you, Fnu.
Listen, there'll come a day when I'll be straight up honest with you guys about everything. Until that point, I'm just gonna... I'm just gonna not. Let me just add your name to the list. And there we go. You're all signed up for the Caravan Escort. We're just waiting on one last guard. There's my wings. Feels a little more appropriate to have the angel wings with this character, because, you know, magic by nature, but still.
But no, what I was getting at is the hair chromia thing as a trope. It's really bad when every OC killer on the Jeff the Killer wiki has it.
That's not bad. Well, nah, we'll keep it to that for now. Yeah, I don't know. Kind of walking around looking like a dark mage here. That works.
You mean a slut?
Or, you know, we could just go with the old standard here. That's the beautiful thing about this game. You can customize your own clothes and items to sell on the marketplace, and I believe you get a cut. You get a cut of any premium currency that people spend on your designs, which, if you're a creative type, would be a really neat way of grabbing yourself some extra items without having to spend any money in real life, you know? It's a really cool system, and I wish more MMOs did something like that.
I have a good feeling about you.
This last guard is apparently still a cadet. What was his name again? Jotty, I believe. You're, yeah, I forgot about this. Time to meet Jotty. Help me! Meet the sympathetic character, the one we're supposed to feel sorry for over the course of the whole adventure. Jotty is basically our damsel in distress for the whole game. Hey, dog. Beat it.
Stop.
That cutscene made a little more sense for the Berserker character. That just seemed like her kind of thing. She'd just, like, yell at the dog and be like, beat it, you mutt! But for the mage character, I don't know. Doesn't feel like it fits nearly as well. Speaking of not fitting nearly as well, this outfit was fun for a second, but I'll take it. Like, in cutscenes itself, it doesn't look like it fits. It's not lore-friendly, as it were.
Oh, be quiet, Fnu. It's not lore-friendly.
I have to respect the continuity of Maple's story. It's a very deep and engaging story.
I will hit you so hard, Fnu. I will smack you through the world.
It looks like you and me are gonna be guarding this caravan. A real pleasure.
Here's some stuff.
All we gotta do is guard the caravan through the mountain pass. Simple, right? Sure. Just head to the northwest side of Lith Harbor. You can't miss it.
I don't know, Fnu, you sound like you're trying to do a Shaggy.
Zoink, Scoob. We gotta go kill 1,000 mushrooms. We gotta become a Maple Story hero, Scoob. I remember watching those back in those days. Like, they're archaic by today's standards, but watching really high-level players go down into the dungeons and just absolutely wreck bosses, that's also the place where I heard Breaking Benjamin music for the first time. I wonder if those videos still exist with all the copyright nonsense that's happened over the years.
AMVs, AMVs. No, they probably do Nightcore versions of them now.
One way or another, we will get past the bots. People will always find a way.
But Nightcore is not a good option.
Yeah, at a certain level of distortion, it's not even worth it anymore. I mean, yes, I get it. Music sounds cool when you bump it up or down like 5%, but you start getting past that and it just feels weird.
Yeah.
It's a key change. It's a musical trick as old as time itself.
I don't know. Sometimes hearing music in G minor is pretty great.
The Commander of Rage, Madria. This character was another one that made a lot more sense for you to encounter her as the Berserker. I'm getting sick of playing with you pests. Let's get this over with.
And, yep, the porn's already being made.
Well, of course. I mean, did you see the turnover rate for the witch costume from Mercy in Overwatch? You aren't like the other little bugs. Here, take this! I wonder if she says the exact same line. You weren't so tough after all. But why do I feel like there's a connection between this little bug and me? Again, that makes way more sense for the Berserker, because she's the Commander of Rage. And the backstory behind the Berserker character is that she has a god of rage sealed inside her body. And that's how she has all of her powers. It's like we've got a personal beef and something of a weird connection with this enemy. It makes them a perfect rival for us.
I don't know. It could be revealed later. Since she also uses magic, you could have some magic relation.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're right. They find some way to, like, shoehorn that in there.
Yeah. There's probably a in-lore reason why every character has the same dialogue.
Hmm. Oh, cool. The spell on us wears off just in time for us to enter a fight that we can't win. Joy!
Woo!
Funny thing about this fight is I dodged this boss's final attack the first time. And the battle still ended right there. Like, I got around to his back and avoided his fire breath.
They could probably say like, oh, there's enough like power and pressure with it that it still knocked you out.
Yeah, look at that. I was behind the guy before he did that. I don't remember how the fight ended, but I do remember there's people all around me, carrying me to safety. I woke up on the road to Tria. We had to get to the capital and report what had happened.
Also, it said in the dialogue, I don't remember how it ended, so that doesn't mean that was the hit that knocked you out.
Where am I? Yeah, I hate forced loss scenarios too. It's just, I've seen them so many times. It is such old hat at this point. It's gotten to where it's not motivating, it's not driving me forward, it's not making me mad at that particular enemy, and it's not making me want to overcome them and kick their ass someday, because it's making me mad at the developers, because they cheated. The enemy I get revenge against later, I guarantee you, is not the same enemy we just fought. The Luca we fight later on, the dragon we fight, will have completely different stats, it'll have completely different health, it'll do completely different damage. It's not right. It's not... No. You're robbing me of victory for no good reason. It's getting to the point where it feels kind of lazy when people pull this shit. It's like there's no better way we can make you hate an enemy without you forcing to lose them once. So we're just gonna go with this.
So, Beatrix from Final Fantasy IX?
Yeah, you remember that. I'm actually impressed you remember that. That is still my least favorite part of that whole game.
I don't know, like Cyber Sleuth has that, but like a lot of times it's like it's like, oh, it's a plot thing until like a certain amount of turns go by, usually until its next turn, and then you battle it again and you can beat it up.
Yeah, but it's not the same enemy.
No, it is the same enemy.
Is it? Like, exactly the same stats?
Like, you can't stat the enemies. Like, there's no, like, oh, I zoom in on it and learn all of its stats. So you don't know. So it's more of like, it's a switch than anything else. Like, this enemy just has this
Through the power of the plot, we have learned how to actually damage this thing.
Yeah. Usually, with Cyber Sleuth, it's like, I use my hacker powers to weaken its stupid defenses.
Data drain.
Yeah, like that.
This isn't going great. Kinda wish I was playing my physical class right now.
Oh, and it never forces you to lose. It just, like, it doesn't allow you to damage it, but it never, like, tries to trick you by saying, oh, it's doing this much damage. It's like...
You never, like, empty the thing's health bar and you still have a cutscene directly after the fact where it still manages to kick your ass.
No, it's saying, oh, you're not doing any damage to it. So you catch on quick, like, okay, it's one of those bosses. It's still dumb, don't get me wrong, but it's like, it does it a little bit better.
It's less dumb than it could be.
Yeah.
Magitech armor, anyone? Dude, how about the Black Knights from Final Fantasy II? They also pulled that shit. Somebody actually hacked Final Fantasy II to give your party really good stats, and it turns out the Black Knights have an infinite amount of health. So no matter what, it is absolutely impossible to win that battle.
There's an example from Legend Draguna too.
Hmm. I think the recent example that everybody likes to shit on when it comes to that is Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Donkey was getting mentioned a little earlier in chat, and yeah, he and I feel the same way on that one. It's like, but I beat you. I saw you collapse in pain from all of the effort I did. What do you mean you're still kicking my ass that handily? That's not what just happened in terms of gameplay. It's not.
That's really common in like action RPGs.
New mail has arrived.
Oh, right. Forgetting to check. Oh, right. This game also lets you do auto loot settings. Equipment, pick up the rare ones for me. Like, common's fine, but...
Doesn't White Knight Chronicles also have a boss you can technically not beat?
Yeah.
Plot?
White Knight Chronicles and I have unfinished business. Someday I'm gonna go back to that game and I'm gonna review it proper. Tear that thing the new asshole it needs. Although I feel like the fan base has moved on by now.
What fan base?
Exactly. Alright, so what
I think it has some neat concepts to it.
Like, being able to actually play as the boss monster, yeah, that's a ton of fun.
What I thought was stupid is that your character, the one that you make, is not important.
Yeah.
Like, not even the hero.
What is this?
Yeah. Yeah, you're just kind of there. That's really weird. I forgot about that. Ever try any of the Shadow Hearts games? Yes! Shadow Hearts from the New World is one of my favorite RPGs on the PS2. I love that game. I love the characters, I love the world, I love the music, and I love how almost all of the characters have their own unique mechanic to them. That's one of my favorite things an RPG can do, is everybody feels different, not just in terms of like, oh, I'm the magic caster, I'm the physical guy. I punch things really hard. No, we have our own like side quests and whatnot, our own method of character progression. Maybe we become powerful by doing these specific things in combat, so on and so forth. There's like the movie studio in that game, and then there's the constant quest of you finding more and more weapons in the world for that one, for the ninja. You're just attaching random objects to a sword hilt. And the stories he has for each and every one of them. That's the best part, is that all of those weapons have lore that he has assigned to them.
You know, the first Shadow Hearts game is loosely connected to this weird RPG horror game on the PS1.
I did not know this. What's the story here?
It's like I'm no I don't know a lot about the first Shadow Hearts. I just know that that there are like a couple characters which share exact because it was made by the same director, I think. That has the same exact name. That one character from that game dies in the beginning of Shadow Hearts 1.
Give me a second. Somebody's knocking on the door. I'll be right back. Keep them entertained while I'm out. So, delivery! Oh, thank you.
Yeah, that's the one, Moogle.
Ugh. There we are. So it's like same universe, they're loosely connected?
Yeah, they're loosely connected, but yeah, it's the same universe.
So sort of like how the Adam West Batman actually exists as a show in the, oh, was it the Green Hornet? Or... Somebody brought me food, by the way.
What kind of food?
What kind of fun should I have today?
Better be Whatthefnu.
No,
Or you're betraying your brand.
Dude, I had pizza last night. I've still got the box right here. You know, because I'm a lazy SOB who doesn't know how to throw out the trash in his room.
Eat the Whatthefnu! It's your brand!
I don't know why a whole lot of people usually show up to streams whenever the person starts eating.
Oh, yes,
I don't even have the tag turned on. I mean, thank you. Welcome to the show. I'm glad you came. I hope you stick around and maybe throw me a follow if you like. I'm just saying, it's free. And hey, if I get enough of a good response off of this, maybe we'll continue on. Like, we'll play it when it officially comes out, or maybe keep the beta going. I have no plans for the rest of the streams this week anyway. Except for except for Friday. Friday is going to be Pokemon Panic again.
Oh, okay. I thought we were doing, you know, the other reoccurring thing, but okay.
Did I say we were going to do that on Friday, or?
I asked you if we want, like, is Friday good, and you're like, yeah, sure.
Sorry, you should know better than to trust my ability to pay attention during conversations. I'm sorry, man. That was my fault. I was stuck mentally trying to prepare like the DevQuest video today. This is why multitasking is not a thing. Every single self-help book I've ever done voiceover for insists that multitasking just is not good. It doesn't work. Nobody's brain works that way. You can do one thing well. You can do one thing well, or you can do a whole bunch of things very subpar.
But you are lucky I am free Friday, so I can join the quest of Butt Monster.
Appreciate that.
And maybe eventually we can get to, you know, doing another Yu-Gi-Oh stream.
Yeah. I have a ton of fun with those whenever we do them. I just like playing around with the joke decks. And inviting other people to come on too. Because we're not the only ones that can get creative.
Mm-hmm.
Might be fun to stream at some point. It might be free. Yeah, like, if to anybody who doesn't know who's here right now and is curious, I stream every day except Tuesday and Thursday. Or at least I try to anyway, unless something comes up. Unless, like, depression seriously kicks my ass. Hold on. Look at this cutscene. A witness. Nelf? Hi? A guard. Then I have no choice. Sorry to bother you, but have you seen Nelf? I guess he isn't home. Why'd he ask me to come here, then not show up? What is he talking about? Wait, I know who you are. Sorry, fool, but I can leave no witnesses. You're the janitor. Yes. Yes, I am the janitor.
You found me out.
That explains why the house is so clean. Is this the best Tria has to offer? I'm done cleaning and should go now. I am the janitor. Mind giving me some pointers sometime? The guard's real big on keeping a clean bunk. Yes, of course, because I am the janitor. Janitor, away. Jody is he's a special boy. A little later. I sure hope Nelf comes back soon. I think Nelf is off getting lunch. Must be nice to have a personal janitor come and clean for you. Personal janitor? Yeah, a masked fella dressed in all black, had blades on his hands and everything. That masked figure is obviously up to no good. What? Really? This is a recurring character. He is an integral part of the plot for the early parts of the game. If he isn't here and he isn't at his office, then that means Nelf is missing. Let's go after this masked figure. Gosh, that's a great idea. Maybe we'll find Nelf if we follow him, but, where'd he go?
Also,
Protagonist, away!
Also, great part about this next Yu-Gi-Oh stream is going to be you trying to figure out how links work.
Yes, that is going to be a big part of that. Because apparently it's a little complicated. I tried this once and I think I get the concept.
It's not super duper complicated, but it's like, it changes up like how everything plays. So if you were just like I think you got used to how like it initially played, but now since they changed it, you're gonna be like, oh god, now they changed it on me.
Welcome to the chat, Swift Sushi. Thanks for coming tonight, man. This song. I recognize this tune. I wasn't really listening to it before, but... Yeah, the fields. Now that brings me back.
Isn't the weather great today?
What seems to be the problem? How may I help you? Did you see a masked figure pass through here? Of course I saw him. You don't meet a creepy masked figure every day, you know.
I think you got a friend.
I think I do too. I mean...
Of course it has fallen angel.
Greetings. Nice to meet you.
Sure, why not? This is something that...
For this.
What? Hang on. You have sent a friend request to Vanilla... Okay, so it actually did send a request.
Yes?
I didn't let that guy out of my sight. He headed towards the Kerning interchange. Is this your first character? Technically. Had a berserker and played of the original long ago. Wow, somebody who's actually willing to hold a conversation with me.
Ah, you didn't get mapled.
The first interaction I have with another human being, and it's not awful. This is nice. Let's see here. What's in better armor? Items.
You want to try to do some tag duels during the Yu-Gi-Oh stream?
Explain to me how that works.
It's like two people on a team, and they should basically just share the field and life points.
All right. Sure, I'd be down for that. Liking helping people out, so if you have any questions about the current version, let me know. Will do.
Use a snack like a whole cake.
Will do. Thanks.
FNU has gained hope in humanity.
I art thou, thou art I. From this day forward, you will be more affiliated with the Maple Arcana. No, what was the one from Persona 3? What was the one that was based on the MMO? Like, you found out who they were at the end of the game?
Oh, I don't remember.
Did she accept my friend request? I don't know. Yeah, she did.
I art thou, and I art thee, and we are a
Hermit
happy
Arcana.
family.
Hermit Arcana, that's the one, which actually makes perfect sense.
Yeah. Now I'm just thinking of the stupid Persona 4 comic thing.
It's not like your mom is dead or anything. Alright, we have actual enemies to deal with now. Alright, that hits from a distance. I remember that now. That one does automatically aim. I forgot about that. I thought it was a short range thing, but no. It is technically a hit scan weapon. God, like I said, it's all coming back to me. This is one big old mental boomerang.
Trial of the Dragon!
I should probably turn, you know, for now, this early on with this character, it probably makes sense to set my auto loot, at least until I have a full set of gear, pick up loot of any quality.
Yeah.
Until I actually have a full set of, like, gloves and boots. Speak of the devil. There we go. I don't even have to try. The best thing about this Mage Claw here is that it doesn't even require me to spend any spirit for it. It probably gets completely outranked by other spells as I go, but for now it's useful, and I don't mind it.
Persona. Social link.
There we go.
I'm sad that they didn't complete that comic to like the very end, but I get it. That's a lot. There's a lot to Persona 4.
Yeah. Yeah. That works. So, okay, skills. I may as well at least understand how all of these work. So Phantom Claw, Arcane Blast basically hones in on an enemy and does some area of effect. Flame Wave is also area of effect, except it's got an element to it. Mana Font allows you to recover 1 spirit every 0.3 seconds at will, which is interesting because the Berserker gets way more recovery. I kind of understand because a lot of their skills are channels. Well, get off of me. Beat it. I can't even browse my inventory in peace. Good lord. Fine, I guess I'll make progress in the story.
Sorry, I turned on Salty Bet for a bit, and my head is hurting from all these like glitchy animations that's going on.
Yeah, some people get a little crazy with the particle effects when they're making their characters. Salty Bet has a tier list now, doesn't it? Like that normal people have put together. Like, what are some of the top-ranked fighters? Like, the ones that have been absolutely banned because they're just too powerful?
Alien Queen.
Oh, yeah, because she breaks certain characters.
No, she's broken herself because she's in her hitbox is all kind of fucked.
Yeah, because like it moves around and whatnot. It's meant to be something that only human beings can react to properly.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you explained this to me before. Did the animation change slightly for the attack now that I've ranked it up? It looks like it did, just a little bit. It looks like a little wider, somehow. Like I said, it's like a brand new world we live in. It's a whole new world to see. It's a brand new place with a brand new attitude. Just still gotta be the best that you can be. Yeah. There's more than one masked man? Yes, and they're all jerks. I'm just trying to make a living here, and them tearing up the Cathy Mart every week isn't making my life any easier. You've got to help me. Protagonist, away! It's admittedly funny how close they are to the actual VAs, or voice actors. What were we talking about? This is me doing what I do. Like, it just comes out of my brain and then it's not even committed to memory.
Oh.
God,
my brain's melting for new. These animations are too high tech.
You mean detailed and amazing. I spent hours putting those together, don't you know? That automatically means they're good.
They're Toho characters, so...
Oh, God.
Yeah, I'm just
okay.
like...
Here's the thing.
I don't know what's going on.
Here's the thing. The Toho fighting games are... In any other fighting game, the Toho characters would be unbelievably unbalanced because they're all focused on projectiles. But in their own game where everybody is focused on projectiles, it's not nearly as bad. So this is something I noticed about this game, is every single area has its own exploration goals. There are certain things they want you to do. Somebody is sending me notifications on Discord.
No one's sending you any notifications, because that's totally not my Discord noise.
Oh. Oh, the Persona 4 comic dub. Got it. Gonna sign off. Got some homework to do and a character to prep. Hey, thanks for coming tonight, Arbok. I appreciate it, man. I'll see you again another time for another stream in the future. There'll always be another. While you were in the shop, a bunch of mass hoodlums took your friend. I don't have any. Wait, you mean Jotty? Because I'm gonna stop you right there on that one.
You can have them.
Yes, that dopey guard. While you were off finding masked figures, your guard friend was asking the masked figures about you. Where did they go? They were headed for Golden Tower 8th floor, I'm sure of it.
Mail has arrived.
What?
There's a super detailed Donkey Kong.
What?
I'm gonna send you a picture of this.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say something like there was more to that thought. There's a super detailed Donkey Kong timeline game coming out?
We've already gone over the timeline. But he's also facing Captain Falcon.
Oh, so is this like a Melee HD kind of thing? Also, sorry if you can hear the rain falling outside. There's not much I can do about that one. I don't have like my dream set up yet where I have a completely insulated room with soundproofing on all the walls yet. I kind of want to stick out here for a little bit and just grind up levels because I'm waiting for a particular elite enemy to spawn. Ooh. New gear too on top of everything else. Yeah, because if we talk to this guy, Justin, down here... What is it? You seem weak. You really shouldn't be playing here. Who are you calling weak? You. If you'd like to keep your insides on your inside and your outsides on your outside, you'd be wise not to wander around here like a tourist. Bump into guard boss Chaw, and it might just be the last thing you ever do. How strong is this guard boss Chaw? Super, super strong. Pipsqueak like you couldn't take him. But if you really want to try, be my guest. Buddy, you've never met a video game main character before, have you? You don't understand how frickin' stubborn we can be sometimes. Again, I'm probably really going to miss my, like, spin to win move at this. Like, I'm actually gonna have to try to dodge this guy.
Spin to win, kid.
Exactly. By the way, barbed wire does not hurt you in this game, just so you know. This is vital information for your everyday life. Absolutely necessary details. Wait, there he is. Ah, he's all the way down there, but I'm up here. Hold on, let me gear up first. That, I have to wait for level 14 to use that. Okay. Yep, that hurts a lot. Like a lot. Why is he going after me? Pull aggro, you fool. You're the warrior here. No, you're the physical DPS. You're a thief. No, wait, he's got a sword and board. There we go. Huh. Hey, there's my friend. How'd she get here? Come on, you're just gonna end the fight in a second. Or is she just providing support and, like, healing people and whatnot? By the way, in the middle of this boss battle on the top of this roof, do you want to play some mini-games against people? Soul Survivor, maybe? Dance Dance Stop? Wait, what am I doing? I have better spells now. I mean, it doesn't help if I can't actually hit the guy, but... There we go. There's the burn damage we were missing that whole time. Nice, and I even got a staff out of that. Woot. Good job. Not FJ. That's something completely different.
Good job.
Scales my level down so I can't one-shot it. That's really clever, actually. There we go. That's a really good weapon for the level we're at right now. Click the blue icon and mail. Let's see here. Oh, right. Right, just staying logged into the game for a little bit. Almost forgot about my items, yeah. Oh, nice, the mount lesson. It's about to reset and you'll lose your 1,000 merits if you don't do it soon. Aha. Thank you. Aha, thank you. Good thing I already grabbed them on another character.
Plot, 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 plot.
Goose. Plot, plot, goose. A whole bunch of story, and then they got to make you laugh for a little bit.
Wait, no, this is plot, plot, crippling depression for new.
Let's see. Here we go, Justin. You defeated Guard Boss Chaw? Impressive. Did Guard Boss Chaw's pill wear off? His what? What are you talking about? All we know about his life before Ralph hired him as Guard Boss is a bunch of rumors. Some say he was born with monstrous strength. Some say he's a descendant of Verhacha, the legendary race of giants. Some say he's calling you on the phone right now.
Hello?
So favorite Persona 4 party member? Chie. No questions asked about that one. She is a ton of fun. I relate to her a lot. Best thing to buy is a flying mount like this. Will do. Will do. Thanks. I've mostly been buying costumes up till now. I didn't think about function quite yet, because, come on, why would you actually get something useful like a guild card or something when you can dress up your character in a beach towel? You know? I can give her dragon earrings, though. That's worth $2.50. I thought she was playing music for a little bit. But no, that was this guy over here. Oop. Just kind of abandoned the conversation in the middle there. Oh, there you are. Same.
No, no, no.
Same. That's what I've been spending them on. And if we're doing a fashion show here, I may as well show off. Doesn't really work. Doesn't really work with glass, but... there's always this one. It's like, I know there's progression to be happening, but again, I'm actually meeting a person here. Like, I have a chance to just talk to another person. It's great.
This reminds me when Brutal Moose played that porn MMO.
Huh.
And he found that one. He finally found someone actually playing it, and then they taught Brutal Moose how to play the game good enough.
Yeah, it's like, here's the meta of it. Like, here's how you get the most damage out of your Dildomancer.
Balbo. So for new, when are you gonna become a RL in real life streamer?
Man, my life just isn't that interesting is the thing, though. Like, until I start getting money and actually living at my own place and I can go places to have, like, cool experiences, I don't think there will be much point.
No, those people don't do anything interesting either. A lot of times they just walk around. Or get kicked out of gyms.
Hey, there's no videotaping allowed in here, man. If you take that sled down that escalator, I will call the police.
There's no videotaping in here, man. But I don't have a camera. Man, like, we're watching your stream right now. Like, stop the stream. But I don't have my camera. Man, it would not be a problem for you to do this, but your stream is pointing towards a mirror and is interrupting everyone's privacy. If you were against a wall, it would be fine. Turn off the stream. But I don't have my camera. I'm gonna go get my manager. Hold on 1 minute.
Okay. Funny enough, I'm from Ohio too. Nice! Welcome to the state, man. You're probably way more used to the snow than I am.
I'm from the great mighty north.
Welcome, one and all, to the unofficial Maple Car Racing Circuit. The race will begin soon. Racers, come to the starting line. I just don't know. Anyone to race in my supercar? Anyone? Anyone? I love this whole sequence, I'm sorry. Hey, you with the face. Are you here to participate in the rally or just to watch? I came here to win. Is that so? Good, good. Well, unless you're planning to race on foot, you're going to need a vehicle. How would you like to burn rubber in my brand new, souped-up supercar? It hardly ever explodes anymore. What do you say? Listen, I'd drive it myself if I could, but let's face it, I'm old. I could break a hip if I fall out of bed. To think what the G-force of speeding down the raceway would do to my bones. All I can picture is a crushed bag of chips. What do you say, kiddo? Won't you test my magnificent high-tech super engine? Once you start racing, you'll feel it. The need for speed coursing through your veins. Just, keep that gauge there out of the red. You know, experimental radioactive fuel and all. That guy's great. I'm kind of waiting for the moment where one of his devices actually does explode. Like, this is all just a misnomer. They're leading you astray. It's like, yeah, his things are actually useful. And then later on, there's a quest like...
Whatthefnu, when winter comes, I may not be able to stream with you since Michigan's not getting a lot of rain. That usually means the winter is going to be really, really bad. So I may be stuck in an ice block for 6 months.
Got it. Wow, you actually finished. I'm amazed. Let's go ahead.
And you didn't even explode once.
It's funny you say it that way. Haha, yes! The car made it through the lap without so much as a mild explosion. Well, what do you think? How did it feel to be speeding along, listening to the roar of the engine with the wind whipping through your hair? Woo! Gotta go fast! Seems the reactor is stable after all. I'd like you to keep the prototype as thanks for your help. You shouldn't need to swap fuel rods for the next century or so. They're a bit radioactive, but, well, you weren't planning on procreating, right? It says I can trade with this guy. I wonder, are they gonna let me buy... No, they're just gonna let me buy the practice one. So the real cars, I actually do have to apply some effort to if I want them. Stupid rain. Stupid weather.
And you know what Whatthefnu hates the most? Putting in effort.
I mean, MMOs are fine. I was only half kidding on Twitter when I said I have a crippling MMO addiction.
Yeah.
It's like, just playing this game, messing around with that Berserker class the other night, Man, I'm getting the itch again. It's like, it feels like getting addicted to an old drug again. It's not great. It's both great and not great. I know it's bad for me, but damn it, it's amazing.
So when's the next Pizza Party podcast?
Well, Pizza Party podcast, usually those are uploaded every other Monday, correct? The Pizza Cast, that's going to be uploaded next Monday. I hope. If Coops is available.
It's actually every other Tuesday for the Pizza Party podcast.
Well, I wasn't too far off. Yeah, Coops straight up told me that he's taking care of life right now, so I'm just gonna leave him be. Now, the game told me, it straight up said, if I stick to the tops of the bars here, I might be able to avoid some encounters with the enemy soldiers, but come on. Come on. It's an MMO. We're here to grind ourselves up, not to avoid problems.
Yeah, if you guys want to know, Coops is fighting a dragon.
A pretty big one, too.
It just takes him a really long time to do it. So like about a week.
They fought for 7 days and 3 nights. I love that joke, but it never gets a reaction out of people. I just love it so much because it takes you a second to realize the catch. Like, you have to think about it for a second before you get the logical inconsistency.
See, it's because they fought, the first 4 nights, night wasn't invented yet, so it was just, they just classified it as day, but then, once the 4th day came and went, then night was invented, so they were allowed to do it for 3 nights.
Man, I should really learn this person's name. I'm only friends with her. Vanilla wasn't kidding. Like, she straight up meant that, like, this is one of the highest DPS classes in the game. Because Berserker was doing alright here too, but I'm just eating through health bars with this.
Hey, you have to say her full name. Fallen Angel. Was in the beginning.
Oh, that's a title.
I know. But hey, if you get a title, I will call your character by its title.
The first title I'm going to get in this game is Amateur Angler, which I'm not going to equip because I see a lot of people using it. It's one of those, like, the later ones are always more special. It's like equipping the Ghastly Gibbous in Team Fortress 2. Like zombie items like that, where you pass them to other people when they kill you. Or when you kill them, kind of thing. It's like, I get the idea, you're making sure everybody has a reward, but it's like everybody's got that reward. Everybody wears that hat. Kind of makes it less special, ironically.
Or the Manco hat.
I don't know this one. I don't think I ever grabbed one of those. Then again, I haven't played the game in quite some time.
It's the hat you get from, like, doing the keys and stuff. Like,
that's probably why I never got one.
Oh, you never opened one of the crates?
Yeah, I don't mess around with the crates.
That's
not one of mine. They don't even sell for that much on the Steam Marketplace, so I'm just I'm completely nonplussed with them. Other games actually learn from Team Fortress 2 in that sense. I think some of the more recent crates in like Counter-Strike or whatever still go for like $2 or something.
Yeah, but you know, that doesn't matter anymore since they started heavily banning some of the lottery aspects.
No, I mean, people still want them. There's still a chance
Yeah.
you'll get one of those knives that's worth a couple $1,000s or whatever.
Yeah, at least it's still doing better than the stupid crates in Overwatch.
This might burn.
This might burn. Is it getting hot in here, or is it just me?
No, it's literally just you. You're on fire. Oh, darn it!
Hey, what's cooking good looking? You are. Aw. Oh, wait, you mean literally. Ah!
Welcome to the stupid joke stream. We'll be making these all day long.
The You Participated Award. Exactly. Maybe that's why it bugs people. It's a participation trophy. Right, I forgot about this too. MapleStory does 2 ways of character progression. There was... You have skills, and then you have attribute points. How much burning does it do? 175. Which deals an additional 21% fire damage every second for 10 seconds. But if I upgrade it, does it increase the... No. Damage 2 times. 83% damage 2 times. Yeah, Phantom Claws are go-to right now. I want to max that out as soon as possible.
Can you make ice cream from ice?
So, okay, there are specific builds with characters. From what I remember in the original MapleStory, there's always a pattern. You basically want to put, it's a 2-1 ratio. So every 3 points, you want to put 2 in this one specific stat, and then 1 in the other. For wizards, I believe it was 2 intelligence to every 1 point of health?
That sounds correct.
Critical rate, I guess, would make more sense for somebody like a Berserker who is hitting so many times to begin with.
Yeah, you don't
Wait a
have...
whoa.
Today I'll just.
Wait a minute. Hold on, I didn't even catch that. Vanilla, are you in the stream right now? It's different now. It's all intelligence for wizards. I guess because if you're never getting hit, if you're doing your job correctly, they changed it to single stat. Okay. Well, how about that? Thank you for that advice. It's like, that freaked me out for a second, and then I remembered, oh yeah, I'm live right now. There's a reason you'd be able to hear this conversation.
FNU is being stream sniped.
Judging every single word I say, every single strategy I use. This is probably way more difficult than it needs to be, but hey. Outside of a Thief game, or maybe Metal Gear Solid, nobody ever succeeded by taking the quiet route through an MMO.
But you putting attribute points in, it kind of reminded me of this Korean webcomic called Gamer, where this guy gains magical abilities, but it allows him to like live his life as it is like a video game. So he levels up and he can put points into stats.
As such a such amazing stats as like pencil proficiency.
Oh no, it's like it is the main like strength, dex, intelligence, and all that kind of stuff.
Charisma.
Yeah, but like he literally can make himself intelligent by putting stuff in intelligence. So he can be like, I understand this now.
I can see the fabric of the universe itself.
And it just kind of just breaks down to him just learning different skills and stuff, and like mid-maxing to like the extreme.
It's such a weird concept to me. Like, trying to min-max life. I know
Like,
there's an app you can pick up on your phone called Life the RPG, where you can, like, you can set yourself experience rewards and whatnot. You can create quests, which is just like, make sure you work out this morning. You can assign... It's mostly, like, stats you apply to yourself, though. So if you don't do it correctly, you can actually break the balance of your own video game and reward yourself way too much, think you're better off than you actually are. You know?
Yeah, but this isn't like, oh, like he does gain stuff from like average day like things, but like gaining like he gets like, since it's in like Korea, they hit like the kids for punishment, so he gains so he had to gain resistance to damage, so he just kept on taking it and making that resistance stronger and stronger because he couldn't feel it. But like, there's still like the usual like fighting monsters and shit.
Is there? I was gonna make a joke. Where's the point where he fights his boss, who is also a dragon?
But no, like, yeah, no, like there's an ability that like powerful wizards in that world can do, which is like make it like a sub universe where like monsters show up. So he basically learns that ability so he can grind out on zombies and other things.
Okay. There's a world beyond the one we understand.
And there's loot drops, which equal real life money.
He loots the mugger in the back alleyway. Oh, cool.
No.
Aw, it's just a common knife.
But no, like,
at least I could sell this for like some extra cash.
Like, oh look, I killed the zombie. Here's, I don't know what the Korean money, so I'm just gonna say yen. Here's 50,000 yen.
You're a squirrel who somehow has money.
And then he's just like, can I? And he's just like, I can put it in my wallet.
I could save it for the future, make some smart investments.
And then he literally just starts a business of breaking, like putting up those zones, getting like loot drops, and selling it on the magical black market.
Why me? What did I do? Ralph sends his regards. Ralph sent you? Get out of here. I don't got time for the likes of you. Seems like we just gotta leave this guy alone for now. Ask what his deal is. I wasn't paying too much during my initial... I think I was doing something else again while I was doing this. So even in my off time, I'm not paying 100% attention to the games I play. Do you know someone named Ivan? Sure, he used to do odd jobs for me. But ever since he crossed Ralph, he hasn't been much good for anything. Poor guy's been starving in the streets ever since. I think Ralph and I need to have a little chat. Wait up! I know how we can help, Ivan. Tell me about it, oh great raccoon. It's really simple. It just requires some muscle. He means that both in all senses of the word. As it
Hit
turns
them
out.
with your brain.
Well, you're gonna have to bring a warrior in here. I'm the mage if you hadn't noticed. No good at the whole, like, hitting things thing.
You can become a muscle wiser.
Pull a... Oh, what was it? The melee wizard that they showed off for Diablo 3?
Yeah.
It's like, yes, some builds are more optimal than others, but all of them are viable. Which I appreciate. I really love that mentality when it comes to game design.
Muscle wiser.
Spear of Ice breaks on impact. 8 enemies within that distance. So that's my new area of effect spell, is basically what Ice Spear is. Seems 20 spirit, both of them. So these arcane spells, like Phantom Claw and Arcane Blast, they don't cost me any spirit, but they're also relatively weak. Then you use something like Flame Wave or Ice Spear. And it costs you resources, but it does way more damage. Or does it? Alright, game, fine. I'll look at keyboard controls. No, I don't want to rebind anything. Thank you. Come again. Yeah, everything just goes straight up to level 50.
What was I doing?
So... Oh, right, I forgot there was a third spec for mages. Lightning. It's just nobody ever talked about it back in the day, so it completely slipped my mind that that was an element. Okay, so let's break this down. Let's think about this right now. Maximum level in this game is level 50. Which means I will have about... Or at least I think it's level 50. So we'd have 40 more skill point... No, what level am I right now? Character. So we are level 13, which means we would have 37 skill points left. We need to plan now what kind of skills we actually want.
Vanilla says fire.
Take fire?
Yeah. It's in your chat thing.
In my chat? Wait, what?
Currently, all in on fire is the strongest.
All in fire is the strongest. You get extra skill points from tons of quests and challenges. And the max level is really 99. Interesting.
Oh, the usual.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, even at max level, I wouldn't be able to max out every single skill, but... Level 43 plus. Alright. All in fire it is, then. This is what I said I used to do back in the day anyway.
Can you imagine studying on a day like today?
Yes?
All you have to do is pick up Ivan's old job. And that'll help him? Sure it will. Let's get started. Head up from here and you'll find some tires. Bring me some. He literally meant he needed some muscle. Korea also just got a whole set of new skills.
I think I do, actually.
A second job. That's what I was talking
The
about.
one behind there.
That's exactly what I wanted. Like, your character just completely changes jobs at a certain point.
Don't worry about it.
That's the good stuff right there. That and costumes. That's what everybody wants. It's because it's like when you're... It's like in the Chunkook-do classes. You study for long enough and you get a new color of belt. Whoa. Hi. Hello?
Hello.
Okay. Now for your second task. Jeez, man, you okay?
I just burped.
Okay, good. Now for your second task. There are chunks of scrap iron all over the place. Gather them up, and, one more thing. Come closer, please. Try for Ralph's men away from here. Those guys are giving Ivan a hard time.
Mail has arrived.
Oh, hey, got some mail. I have 2 letters down here. There's the slime food I should be collecting. And now a closed beta gift for you. Thank you for playing MapleStory 2. We hope you'll enjoy this little care package from us to you. You'll get a package just like this for every day you log in for the closed beta 2, starting on July 18th and ending on August 1st. Sadly, this whole demo ends like before my birthday happens. Ooh. It's time for MCK's Crazy Games. I have no faith in my ability to do PvP right now with the character this level, so... And I don't know much about the game yet, so let's go with Ludibrium Escape. No! No, why this one?
Chance to find a few more players.
Stop it! Stop it! MapleStory is not a platformer!
To reach the highest floor.
It will never be one! You are bad at it!
5, 4, 3, 2.
Well, at least they did the no.
I hated this in the original, too. They insist on this, like throwing all kinds of jumping puzzles to you in every possible dungeon. It's so finicky too. Like I tried this with my Berserker. Now Ludibrium though, that was the name of, wasn't there an entire kingdom based around this art style? Like everything looked like it was made of giant toys. That was around like level 30. I think that was around my first like job change in that game, I remember, when I started going to that area. I'm also very happy that we're at the point where everybody realizes that it's kind of a bad idea to force you to watch your character fly around. Okay, so, because some MMOs do this, where the— What?! You saw that. I fell through that block. No, stop. Stop going down! Go back up again! Oh, for crying out loud. Why? Why? Just wasting my time at this point. Platforming is not great in MapleStory games. It never has been, and a lot of the dungeons integrate it too, which is the worst part.
That just reminds me when they added platforming in fucking Ultima 8. And no one liked it then either.
There we go. You just don't have the tools for it. Like, no. Ooh, oh, stop it! No, go up! This is the worst. This is the literal worst. Mario, we are not. Okay? I don't have Cappy around here. I can't do bounce jumps or anything to that effect. And I bet you dollars to donuts they don't allow mounts in this either. Well, at least if I get slammed by those blocks, I don't get like flattened against the screen like you do in Mighty Switch Force or something. Looks like I'm not the only one having trouble here. At least I got a trophy for falling far enough. Icarus, it's called.
What?
Barnack. Barnack. Oh, so sorry. You ran out of time. Gee, I wonder whose fault that is. Too bad, but keep trying. No, I think I would have rather taken the quiz. At least then I would have had a chance to guess the correct answers. I hate to be a Debbie Downer about this, but yeah, the game just really is not made for this kind of thing.
What's a paladin?
Nothing in this game. Right then. The reason you want to do that too is because you get these coins out of those mini games. And they can be, then you spin a wheel and you can get some extra gear, you can get all kinds of nice stuff. For now, I've got tutorials to run though.
Paladins is actually really interesting when you think about it, since it was technically in development before / around the same time as Overwatch, so like you can't really accuse it of stealing character stuff. It was just a lot of coincidental stuff. Was like, oh yeah, we both had the same similar idea.
There's my merits. Life skills. Got a whole bunch of guard stones and spell stones now. Did I miss anything in the chat here? Easiest is Dance in the race. Yes, the race is my favorite. Give a ton of experience at any level. That's the other bonus to them, yeah. It's really easy to level up by doing them, so you may as well attempt it, because if you can pull it off, you're fine. And the dance one I have not tried yet, but I want to, because DDR was my thing back in the day. I'm one of those guys who could actually get to heavy rank. This is interesting how my house stays the same in between characters. They don't have their own unique spaces. I guess because they didn't want one specific player, like, eating up all of the real estate in the game. And just in case you're wondering, no, it is not free real estate. It'll set you back a couple million mesos, as a matter of fact.
That's an interesting thing that they do in the Star Wars MMO, the Old Republic, is that it's straight up like all your characters are part of the same family. So you get so the more you play with each character, the more that you can put more stats in like this family tree that increases, like that gives you passive bonuses.
Oh, a new nickname.
Hey, I got a nickname. My character's even really happy about it too. That's nice. The Rainbow Rancher. I mean, we finished Slime Rancher not too long ago. No, that was a while ago, wasn't it? Like, that was back... Was that last year? Because I played it almost a little bit after it launched. Alright, first things first before we go anywhere else. Now that I have some merits to spend, I'm going to take the advice of somebody who's played this game a little more than I have. A flying mount. Something I can ride on, perhaps. Most popular. Most recent. Ground mounts. Air mounts. Here we go. Snowflake. We can ride a drone. Paper airplane.
Of course you can ride.
Titan rocket. Missiles. We can fly around. We can look like we're getting abducted by a UFO all over the place. Be carried all over the place by an eagle. I kind of like that one, actually. It's even called an eagle familiar, which makes sense because we're a wizard. Or we could just have brilliant ideas wherever we go. Although they look a little different. Do they all function the same way? Like they just fly around normally? Or is there something like the snowflake, the drone, and the airplane have that something like the balloons don't? Because they look like they function a little differently. I mean, they're still ascending, so who really cares, but... I guess people who are interested in fashion. If nobody has any input on this one, I'm feeling eagle. Ascends 5 meters every second to a maximum of 4. Press and hold the directional key to propel yourself at that speed. And then there's... Okay, yeah. So they all function exactly the same, according to the description, so... Oh, wait. But we have a little input on this one. It's best to have one of each kind. Some are vertical, some are horizontal. They have different movement characteristics. It's best to have one of each. And you can earn a vertical one free. The horizontal ones are faster to get with merits. Okay. Thank you for clearing that one up for me. Gotta go. Hey, see you later, Noel. Thanks for coming tonight, man. Hope to see you again in the future, dude. It's been fun. So how do I tell, though? They're just all called exceptional air mounts. It doesn't tell me the difference between any of them. Ascend. Yeah, they all say ascend. I can't tell which ones are horizontal and which are vertical. I know you get the balloons for free. It looks like these ones... Yeah, okay. We've got the snowflake, we got the drone, and the airplane. I think the rest are ascendings. The Alien Menace looks like it's a horizontal one, too. Playing some Monster Hunter?
No, I'm playing Shadow of Mordor.
Okay.
Well, Shadow of War.
Our character's even holding on to a little tiny guy who's getting abducted. That's kind of awesome. The ones we were told work are these 3, and if I had to choose between them, I find it kind of funny that a fire wizard would be flying around on a snowflake. Probably just to piss off the people at the academy. Alright. Alien Menace it is. We got a trophy for that, too. I'm not sure if that's a SpongeBob reference or not. It's just called I Need It.
I need it.
I guess from here, now that we've got a mount, all that's left is to buy up all the costumes and have a wonderful house. You know, that and be the best fisher in the world. Oh, great. Hang on a minute. Sound. I'll turn off other people's instruments if we're gonna be here for a little while yet, so I kind of want to listen to some professionally produced music if nobody minds.
That's fine.
Ah, my, another customer. I'm surprised you found your way to this little island. There's no better way to relax than to cast your line while drinking in the scent of the ocean. Anyhow, welcome. Seems like this is your first time around here. Allow me to give you this fishing rod as a gift. Maybe a little worn in, but it'll reel them in fine. So many fish biting today. All you gotta do is cast your line. What are you waiting for? Get that line in some water.
This bite's gonna be a big one. I can feel it.
So this introduces us to... I don't believe these are life skills. Those are something completely different. I also remember this from Maple Story. There's mining, ranching, foraging, and farming. I believe mining is the only one that survived the trip. I don't remember what the others are. Yes, I've already cast my line. Thank you. I understand how fishing works. I've done it before on another character. Is there a way to turn off the tutorials? I wonder.
Oh, have you ever seen videos about how, because in this game you can shame the like the captains and stuff to make them weaker? Have you ever seen like what happens to like captain if you just keep on shaming him over and over again?
I don't think so, no.
He just becomes so low rank and so like hated that he's just like, please just kill me at this point. I just can't deal with the shame anymore.
Jeez, man. I feel really bad about this now.
Yeah, you're just like, shame. He's like, oh, come on.
There's our new title. Yeah, you told me about that. Now that the game doesn't have the microtransactions in it anymore, you can actually play it with a clean conscience.
Yeah.
It took me a long time to figure this out, but your fishing experience is actually listed up here. The fishing mastery is in its own little tab in the album. So if you ever want to keep track of how close you are to the next level of mastery, there you go. That took me a long time. I was trying to figure out, is it somewhere under life skills? It must be. I'm just not seeing it. And of course, sometimes they just don't bite. I could be a jerk and just click the auto fishing ticket right here. And then we'd spend the next half hour just sitting here catching fish. I mean, I do have food in front of me, and it is getting kind of cold. It's a beta anyway. It's not like there are any long-term effects on this.
Other than, like, hey, you played the beta.
Oh, never mind. We're done here.
Do you want to be a master fisherman?
Well, what do you think? Satisfying, isn't it?
Fishing is all about patience.
I mean, I am really hungry. Like, really hungry. So... automatically catches the fish. Timer only counts down while you're online. Interesting. You can automatically extend the auto fishing. You just pay for it on the fly, or if you have vouchers, you can use one of those. Let's use one of the vouchers, thanks. No, don't put it in the inventory. I want you to actually use it. So does that just take care of everything? Yes, it does, as a matter of fact. Oh wow, and all of a sudden, just out of nowhere, because I used a premium item, I'm starting to catch things I've never seen before.
Oh.
That's peculiar. This music, man. Last time I heard this, it was being played on piano. And that feels like a lifetime ago. Can you hear my chewing?
No.
Okay, just making sure. I didn't want to be disgusting.
Well, you're already that, Finu.
I mean more so than usual.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
My cats will be happy if I catch this fish. And I'm very happy because I caught myself a burger. Granted, it was just kind of handed to me, but... I should probably stop doing this, because we're down to 3 viewers now from 4. People aren't into eating as much as I thought, I guess.
Oh, you just need to get that feeder crowd.
Man, I listened to the H3H3 podcast that had
Oh, yeah, with the
Boogie2988
Boogie.
on it.
Yeah, Boogie.
Talked about his old girlfriend. That was interesting. The world's a fascinating place when you get down to it.
Oh yeah, it's a stream with Finu. What fetish can I ask Finu about so he can explain? No, I'm not gonna do that.
I'm good. I'm good. Oh, don't worry about it, Blue. I'm just poking fun. It's like I always say, as long as there's even one person interested in what I'm doing, I'm fine. The numbers kind of matter, but they also kind of don't matter at the same time.
Unless it's Monster Hunter, because Finu's like, fuck that.
Well, it's just it happened consistently for the longest time.
Yeah.
I did say in today's dev quest I was trying to treat this like a business, and part of that includes playing what people want to watch, you know?
Yeah. No, like, I'm just giving you shit, Finu. Like I always do.
Yeah, remember that time you called me a baby once?
Yeah. And you just didn't care. You just like, yeah, whatever, I don't care.
We failed to catch... I love the sense of humor in this game's mechanics. We failed to catch fish so many times that we actually unlocked an emote called Dejected. There's some A-level trolling right there on the part of the developers. Fishing is all about patience, don't you know?
Don't you now?
If I remember correctly, there's an entire MMO out there based on fishing. I'm trying to remember what its name is off the top of my head. I know the MMO Grinder actually covered this. One of the many people who's left Channel Awesome recently.
No, he didn't leave. He was fired.
What happened to him?
They did because they have a thing where you have to upload at least a video a month.
Dude, I can't even imagine. Like, MMOs are not small games. To play them to the level he has to play them to get the full experience, you can't. They can't expect him to do that every single month.
Oh no. The funny thing is, yeah, he missed like the deadline, but he uploaded it the very next day, and then they're like, "No, you're fired."
Unbelievable. What a load. And then, of course, there are some people on that website who hadn't uploaded videos for months at a time, and they were still kept around.
Yeah, that was like, but this guy, dude, like, and he's like, nothing against that guy, that's fine, but like, it was just by a day that I missed it. Like, come on. They're like, nope, no.
Go, Avatar, go! Catch all the fish in the world. You'll rank up eventually. This is really smart. How they let you take better care of your pet the longer you stay logged into the game. I mean, I'm live streaming, so I've still got an hour and a half of this left to go, so I'm not gonna miss a thing.
Oh, they kind of do that in Warframe. Like if you don't like show up for a while and your pet's on stasis, it'll get into like worse condition.
It's just offering any kind of reward for playing a little longer than usual, and for showing up every single day. It's like, we want to make playing this game a habit. We want to bake it into your lifestyle. Businesses have been doing that forever. That's why coffee shops offer punch cards. It's like, hey, you're coming here in the morning anyway, right? Why not get rewarded for doing it? Because once it's a part of your life, once they have convinced you that you absolutely cannot continue your existence without their product, they've got you. I don't apply a whole lot of, like, business tactics to my business. But that's because I don't agree with most of them. It gets kind of questionable the further you get into it. It's part of why I didn't pursue that business degree in college. It's like, yeah, kind of feel like a fish out of water here. All of y'all think it's okay. There's nothing wrong with any of these practices whatsoever. No, this is perfectly fine. This is morally acceptable. How close am I to leveling up here? I believe it's counting up point by point.
I'm talking about leveling up in like old like RPGs, like I just remember trying to grind, like trying to get levels in fucking Dragon Fable. It was like the most unbearable thing on the face of the planet.
Yeah.
Because
some games the grind gets really bad. Go ahead.
And it also screws you out of getting armor at times. Like I don't think any of the armor is like 100% like unobtainable if you aren't that, like, because a lot of times there are event stuff, but you can always go back and get it.
Mm-hmm.
But like it was just so annoying.
You know what's the game that pissed me off? The MMO that was an absolute nightmare to grind in was Neopets. Because the only way you could increase the stats of your creatures was by either randomly finding these very specific stones around the world, or you had to make enough money to buy them off of the marketplace from other people. Now, I remember this. Back when I was playing, they cost about 3,900 and something Neo credits or whatever they were. Now, you would have to get a perfect score on 3 separate minigames in that day. No, 4 separate minigames practically. And there weren't that many that you could reasonably pull that off on either. So my plan was to save up enough money in the bank that off the daily, not insurance, interest, I could actually buy those just off of that. I could just generate the money that way, or just put it back in and save up, because it all compounded on itself. I played that game for a year, and I was still not at that level where I could get a free stone every single day. and you could not increase your stats any other way. You were useless in the arena forever. You couldn't even use specific items if you weren't at a high enough level. I knew where the hidden tower was. That was the hard part. That was the thing that killed me about it. I knew exactly where to find the best equipment items in the game. And I couldn't use them because I couldn't afford the freaking things. Doesn't matter now. Like, I don't even have access to that account anymore, and I've tried to reclaim it a couple times at this point.
Oh, did you hear? Like, I think I brought this up before, but have you heard about what happened with the Neopets forums not too long ago?
Wait, there's some recent news from the website?
Yeah. Okay, so the original owners of the website, they sold it off.
Yes. I am familiar with that whole situation. Like, the moderation just got worse and worse as time went on because Nickelodeon didn't know how to business with this thing. And there was like that D-Day on the forums where just everything went to hell.
So when they got bought up, the new company didn't hire any moderators.
That's what happened, yeah.
And so since there was nobody moderating some stuff, people were allowed to say
Let me introduce
whatever.
all you kids to the concept of a furry. This is what I wish Neopets looked like. You know what was bullshit about Neopets? The race that always got screwed was my favorite one, the Zapharas. They never got anything. Their most notable character in the lore was a nameless assassin. What's up with that? Unbelievable. And I always missed their holiday, too. I remember this. I always missed their holiday. No matter how hard I tried, I would always forget to play on Zaphara Day. I have very clear memories about that game. Sadly, I do not have very clear memories about MapleStory. I can remember some of the areas. I can remember some of the things I went to. Like going around, like even before there were wikis, there were entire fan sites devoted to, hey, this is the guide you should use. If you showed it to me, I could probably even point out the website. It's where I got all the information about, like, here's how you're supposed to build your character and whatnot. And that's where I learned that what the post-games in most MMOs looked like. How you were basically, if you wanted to grind up to the maximum level, you'd need to just chug potions constantly because you'd be using too many abilities. I'm gonna pound down the rest of these fries because we're down to 2 viewers now. Chug. 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 Chug.
Chug, chug, chug.
Alright. I'm gonna be burning a little bit of... There we go. It's gonna burn the rest of that, but... oh well. 'Tis just a beta. There will be more opportunities when the game actually comes out. So, what were we doing up till now? Ah yes, we were helping Ivan with his little problem. Collecting some junk, taking care of the riffraff in this place. I know what I said, don't worry about it. I wonder if any old bosses are gonna come back, is my big question. Like some of the big raids everybody remembers. Like, oh, what's his name? The big stone monument guy. I don't know them by name, but I know them by look. Mostly because of the Maple Story Heroes videos from way back when. There was that underwater dungeon. There was the big temporal dungeon in the Toy Town. Ludibrium, I believe it was called. This is probably very nostalgic for people who aren't me. Like, I might be able to recognize a music cue here and there, and even then it's going to be a little more difficult because they're all remastered tracks, and it'll be much harder to place, especially for somebody who hasn't played these games in years.
So there's literally an orc commander, which his entire thing is like he's a pretty good unit, but like he's supposed to be like your tutorial guy who tells you like what the orcs can do, and he literally will show up anywhere. Like I had been on top of buildings, and he's like, "Hey, let me tell you about this." I'm like, "How the fuck did you get up here? You are a huge, huge man. You are literally a beef mountain." Command.
Hard work and dedication, that's how.
You have business with me?
You're pretty good. While you were taking care of business, I put in a few good words on your behalf with Ivan. Thanks for that, man.
You.
Got a feeling he'll be happy to talk to you now. Yeah, he better be. You expect a reward for the things you do in these games. Uh-oh. Let's just get rid of that. Somebody else can have that item if they want it. That's interesting. 3 more minimum attack, but 3 less max attack. It's the critical rate I'm really interested in, though, with that weapon. That's what I'm really excited for with that thing, which is why I'm going to be using it. Kono says you did a lot to help me. I'm real sorry about before. I thought you were another one of his thugs. How can I make it up to you? I'm looking for a masked figure. I'm sorry, but only masks I've seen are the thugs around here. It seems Ralph has been wasting your time. So you just immediately warp back to the place. Oh, Ralph, you got some splaining to do. Back already? Oh, you got a real sour face on your mug. You thought you could outfox the master? Run! It's a trap! It's too late for you! Remember that bodyguard of mine from before? Kokun, time for a rematch! Speed the dialogue along any time now.
Come on.
You got it, boss. I can do this! Even the best mess up sometimes. But this time will be different. I'll be unforgettable. I'll be great. It was supposed to be amazing.
This might burn.
It was supposed to be unforgettable.
You were the chosen one. So now we're fighting confident Kokun. Like a true anime protagonist, his abilities are directly related to how strong his his friends believe in him. And you think I'm kidding, but you haven't seen this guy's true form yet. Small spoiler alert. We will be fighting him one more time after this battle is over.
No, no, stop it. I want. There we go. Oh, God, fucking game.
Wow. And I was holding back too.
The character's even making fun of him. Wow, and I was holding back too. I don't think I can visit my home from here, so let's just have a quick chat with our friend, quote unquote. And Mercy! Sure, Mercy, or you'll never find Nelf. You know where Nelf is? Yes, so you can't hurt me. Understand? My men spotted an elf in the Boulder White Mountains. She said she was headed towards Noxious Grotto. That sounds bad, I better hurry. Hold your horses. I already made travel arrangements for you. On account of how we're such good friends.
Great friends. 10 out of 10.
One more time.
Great friends. 10 out of 10.
Mm-hmm. Would hang out with again. In fact, the game's not going to leave us much choice on that front. We have to hang out with him again soon. Yes, please. More power for Phantom Claw. Now, what else we gotta do here? Few quest areas. Yeah, I just remembered that we forgot to do a whole lot of things back in Tria. So before we go too far, we may as well take all of the side quests there. You know, somebody else was helping me with the hidden boss here. I may as well help her too. If she's looking for him and whatnot. Nope, there she goes. Oh well. Where's that taxi service? I think you're over here. It's kind of funny, this world. Sometimes it feels like it doesn't quite gel. You know, the whole fantasy and technology thing.
Yeah.
Because there are still people wielding swords all over the place as weapons, and yet we're about to warp to Tria using a taxi service. At least they don't force you to actually wait out the travel in real time anymore. Like whenever you want to go from Toy Town, whatever its name was, to another place, you actually have to wait 10 minutes on the airship while you are transported there. MMOs had a bad habit of doing that for a while, and I have no idea why. But anyway. Yeah, let's go to my house. I've got food. For the one creature in this world I can apparently trust. Rainbow's my favorite flavor. What's your favorite flavor? Red?
Purple.
And no more feed. I'll be back later with more. In fact, in about 16 minutes I'll be back with more.
You know what my favorite thing to do in this is get a war chief and then get all its bodyguards to be on my side and then just fucking betray him. He's like, oh good, I have my crew together. Why are they stabbing me?
Yeah, because you can be kind of a sneaky manipulator in that game, can't you?
Yeah, like, that's actively what I'm doing. I am, like, I go after the bodyguards of the guy, have them like help me beat the shit out of him, basically.
Wait a second, what are these? Oh, these are ads for guilds that have been placed all over the world. That's kind of disgusting. How did I dodge those on the Berserker I was playing? Wow, dude. I didn't see that many lying around. Then again, it's been a few days now, so all of the sane, and it's not just the dedicated people, and people who actually need to sleep to function properly in society are also amassing enough gold to do some of the prestige stuff like that. Just outside of Tria is a place called the Sylvan Woods Trail. Jeremy told me he was building a house there. I'd love it if you take him this fresh pudding as a housewarming gift. I just know he'd love it. Side quests, because every hero's gotta have a hobby. All in a day's work, ma'am. Hey, back to the library. Didn't we start our journey here, now that I think about it? Because it's the same character. In fact, it is. Head Librarian Anne.
Something?
That Joseph. The book he borrowed is long overdue, but I haven't heard a peep out of him. What if he lost it? If you happen to bump into Joseph, would you mind telling him to return it? I'll give him until tomorrow. Now, I thought Joseph was the name of a character way out in the boonies back when I was looking at this on my other character, but as it turns out, he's right here in town. Those were some nice mesos gone right down the drain.
What's wrong?
Alright, I forgot again. I'll return it right away.
What's up?
Take a look at the passage in this book here. Did you know that? This book, Forest Legends and Folktales, has a story about Nixie and Epi. They're really evil.
It says he, and it goes into this whole story about these nymphs that romanced a man and then took all of his, no wait, what was it? Yeah, they were jealous of a woman that had their dream date, stole the necklace, banished to the cold, snowy region, but turns out they might have returned. And if they happen to conveniently be at the exact same lake that we're headed to here soon for the story, and we get that necklace off of them, as the archaeologist Natalie puts it, they'll deserve everything that's coming to them.
Hi there.
Wait a minute. Analyze my rusted key, please. Oh, I thought I had one. Why did it offer me the option if I did? Okay. Sure, whatever, game. She had a quest before, though. Bring the pudding to Hawker. No, that's the only one. Weird, I guess we're too low a level. So they want you to come back and forth here multiple times. Very well. Whatever, game.
Sure.
Yeah, every single one of these things on the rewards calendar is exactly the same. 1,000 merits every single day, which, if that goes, like 1 cent per merit, like it should, to make it nice and easy for everybody here. I think I finally understand why it's so weird from region to region. Why prices vary so much, like why you get some really strange-ass numbers for, like, dollars to in-game credits. It's conversion rates. Like, a lot of these MMOs start overseas and then they come to America, so they don't think, it's like, this just makes sense to us. We're going to center it around the currency we're familiar with.
Yeah.
And just, like, okay, this is how much it would be worth in American dollars. Where's the ladder up on the wall here? Oh, right, I can just climb. Never mind. As you can see here, there's some people who have already bought house space in the middle of the town. This can either be the best game or the worst game, depending on your perspective. And of course, there's like advertising space all over the place too, so you can post specific pictures. You'll notice only the finest memes on the billboard in the center of the town there. There's a poop emoji. If we zoom out a little bit more, I wonder if there are any others.
Other fine mayonnaise.
Stay in school, kids.
Don't do memes.
Hello, fellow children. So, anything else here that I need to know about? Evansville, level 10. There's no reason for me to be over... Did I start over there? No, I have a feeling I'm gonna come back to town eventually. And then they'll send me off in that direction. Yeah. So, Beachway, Lava Works, brought ashore. They all have side quests for me right now. Wow, look at this overworld here. Look at all the places we could go to. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man, I remember these names. Alinea, Parion, Hennessy's, Kerning City. I've been to all these places. Man, I wonder what they look like in 3D.
And this is when FNU gets nostalgic.
It's just one of those moments, like, I finally recognize something. Alright, I gotta offload some of this stuff in my inventory, so...
Hello.
Hello. So... what do you feel about... what do you think all of this is worth? Ooh. I can equip that now. It's a two-handed staff like everything else I own, so...
Cheaper prices.
62 to 84. Man, this balances itself out very nicely, a lot of these. Health. I may as well take one of the ones that actually has health. I'll take the one that's right in the middle, I think. I've progressed far enough in the game. I think it's proper for me to have a weapon that looks that nice.
One of my regulars.
So I'm kind of a weird one.
Mm-hmm.
In the sense that... wait a minute. One of these is better than what I was wearing. That one. I like to hold on to my starter weapon. I don't like selling it because it feels like I'm losing something. Like, this is the thing that took me through the tutorial. It also gives me, like, if I ever hit max level, it'll be a nice way to tell, like, this is where I was and this is how far I've come. You know?
And here's my punchy stick. My old punchy stick.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't punch so well anymore.
Sorry, I don't have a bigger inventory.
I don't know. Have you played Tales of Abyss?
No, but I do know the big plot twist in that game. It's been
No,
explained to me
I'm not
before.
talk about the plot twist. I'm going to talk about so the main character like legit hasn't killed a person before because he's like a snooty prince character.
Okay.
So you can like there's a scene like dealing with that, but you can switch the weapon to a wooden sword to make it really confusing.
That's kind of hilarious, actually. Why is it telling me to go off in this direction now? Interesting. Yup. 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 That's there. That's gonna be there as long as somebody is willing to pay for it.
That's a thing.
Alright, Queenstown. Had we actually gotten a medal from that minigame, this is where we'd spend it to get some special rewards. And I do mean special, you get some really, really good stuff in this place. There's apparently a performance going on right now. Where? Where's the concert? Oh, here we go. I mean, I'll turn it on if this person is good enough to have a stage all their own. Surely this is fine, right?
Yeah, surely. Shadowy, shadowy. Never mind.
I know this song, I just don't remember which anime it's from. I know it's like the opening song to one of them.
Baku no Pico.
Wait, no. Ah, it's right on the tip of my tongue. Wait, somebody just said it right there. Yeah! Hikaru Nara is the name of the song. That's actually a really good one if you hear the full version of it. Like, seriously, that song is legitimately good. I'll post that in the Discord after this, because I want to share that with people. I think that's how it goes anyway.
Hello.
How may I help you? Oh, that heavenly smell. It must be sweet pudding, right? Yes, my nose was right. If I had enough money, I could live next door to Rena and eat tasty things every day. What a pity. What can I do? Houses are so expensive in Tree, I couldn't even dream of buying one. That's why I decided to build a house here. This place is beautiful and affordable since it hasn't been developed as a residential area. And I'm almost done with preparations to build my house.
What's going on?
Well, I'm almost ready to start construction on my house, but I need one more thing. This place is dangerous with so many slimes around, but I'm building my house here because Tree is too expensive. And that said, it's a great place to build. Clear running water, wide open spaces, and the fresh smell of the forest. I have everything else ready. I was thinking all I need is cement, but I got an idea after seeing the slimes in the surrounding area. The slimes love to gather down by the water, defeat them, and harvest slime globs. That's all I need to carry out my brilliant plan to live off the land. Biodegradable cement. This can't go wrong, possibly. What's going on here? Huh. Things happening with Donkey right now. Welcome to the chat, by the way, Gator Hero. See, that's not cool. Like, attacking anybody, like, that's shown on Twitter. Although, I wonder why he doesn't, like, hide their usernames or whatever. Because that's a known thing. That can happen, and people tend to do that. If you give them a trail to follow, a lot of people will follow it. Like, Jim Sterling goes out of his way to say, hey, don't be a dick. Don't attack people. That's not cool. I would never actually sick my audience on somebody, because that actually leads you open to litigation if you're not careful. That can actually get you banned from certain websites. I mean, he's not telling anybody to do it, which is probably the gray area there. He didn't tell anybody to do anything. Why does my character just not attack sometimes? She doesn't even use her claw. There we go, one more. Give me your innards. I want your body parts so I can turn them into cement.
Give me your spleen.
Come on, puke out an endoskeleton so it can turn into the final boss character of this side game. Wait, what?
What's the matter?
Oh, this'll be plenty, thanks.
What's going on?
If I lump up the slime globs and bake them in the furnace, I can make my own special cement. Could you help me? Don't worry if you end up needing more slime globs. You can just head right back to the stream and defeat slimes to get them.
New mail has arrived.
Ah, new mail. Get the slime globs from Hawker Jeremy and craft the special slime cement in the furnace. Nice.
Hello.
Don't know why they made me do that, but hey, free experience is free experience. Most of the replies to his newest tweet are complaining about anime profile pics. Yeah, people are like that. Just
Well,
let
that's
people...
how you know. That's how you know someone's scum on Twitter.
What? Really?
It is a sad but recurring trend. that if your profile pic is an anime character, usually you are not a good person.
Now I kind of just want to create a version of my logo that has anime eyes on it and use that specifically on Twitter.
Yeah, like it's not like it's not. I'm not saying if you have an anime picture, you are a scumbag. It's a lot of scumbags use anime pictures.
Hashtag not all anime fans.
Yeah, no anime fans. Hashtag not all desus.
Hashtag not my waifu.
Hashtag feminism.
No. No.
Oh, not even going there?
No. 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 Go in the corner and think about what you've done.
Stop. Stop it.
Get some help. Jeez, I am wasting these things in one attack now. Highest damage in the game indeed. Not that I'm complaining, mind you. This is kind of awesome. I thought the Berserker was strong. There we go.
Who are you?
Humans, they try to change everything to their taste. Humans are trying to develop the Sylvan Woods Trail. Jeremy over there is one of them. I can't understand why they're trying to destroy this beautiful forest. Take this potion made from dew and spray it on the seedlings around the path. If they can't be driven out, I'm going to make it as difficult as possible for them to move here. Whatthefnu, I trust that you won't do something like Hawk or Jeremy and build a house in my already perfect forest. I promise I will not do anything of the sort. If I see something that the devs have put down that says you can build a house here, I totally won't save over the next couple hours to try and build specifically on that spot. You have my word.
And I won't do it just because you told me I can't. I am not that kind of monster.
I mean, the game hasn't given me a reason to be an asshole yet. Everybody's terminally stupid, but they're not actively vindictive. You know, unlike The Vagrant, where it just seemed like everybody in the world hated me for no good reason. Just a pizza with an anime girl face? Exactly. See if anybody gets the joke. That's probably something I can make myself. I'm not a terribly good artist, but I think that's kind of the point in this case.
Thank you. You taught those entitled humans a lesson while protecting the forest. I call that a win-win deal. Hashtag eco-terrorism.
Hello.
If you follow the path west of here, you'll reach a place called Fairy Tree Lake. It used to be part of Alinea Forest, till humans ruined it by cutting down the trees and trampling all over the grass to see the lake. I want both Sylvan Woods and Trail and Fairy Tree Lake to return to the forest it was before humans ever came. That's why I planted the twisted oak that grew here, but they're dying because the bugs are gnawing away at the roots. Wigglers love hiding under the rocks around the trees in Fairy Tree Lake. Please get rid of those wriggling menaces as soon as you can.
Trying my best to make this guy sound absolutely insufferable.
Nature!
He's got that, like, cutesy mascot voice, you know the one. Oh, here we go. It's time for MCK's Crazy Games. Do you want to play Trapmaster, Dance Dance Stop, or try your hand at player versus player? Let's go with Dance Dance Stop. Waiting for more players. Game will begin soon. I love how everybody loads in with their underwear first.
Nice to meet you.
Just completely blank character models.
Hey there.
I don't know if I can even remove that off of my character. Like, if it's possible to just run around in your skivvies.
Nice to meet you.
Everybody's giving greetings, too. This is kind of cool. How do you do emotes in this game? So how does this work?
Probably have to do it manually.
Dance to the beat of the music. Your platform, no one else can join. Match the number of dancers to the number on your tile, or else.
What do you mean, or else?
Are you ready for
Or
our first
else.
dance? Only one dancer per light.
It's time for round one.
Round one's gonna begin. You have 30 seconds. Alright, there we go. So it's basically a combination of... It's like musical chairs, almost. And people get eliminated if they don't manage to get on a platform in time. I paid attention to the loading screen coming in here, so I started off with an advantage, because most people didn't know what to do here. Just call some Yoshis to dispatch those wigglers. Oh my god! They're dropped off into the void.
What they don't know is, Fnu is the musical chair champion of the world.
I put that past behind me, man. You know that. My dancing days are done. Never gonna dance again. These guilty feet have got no rhythm.
Get ready for
No rhythm! No rhythm at all! You can't force me!
We've actually got a bit of a team going on here. Although I wonder how long it'll last if our tile ends up having no vacancies.
We're just getting started.
Time for dance break number 3. Just every stock dance they could possibly think of. Now I'm doing the worm. I'm getting experience for every round here, a decent amount too. While I do believe there is a disconnect with Nintendo and its fans, Sakurai has to be listening to his fans. I don't see how else he could have come up with some of those newcomers. Yeah, like the whole Ridley situation, he flat out said there were a lot of people... There was a lot of talk from people overseas as well as here in America. It's like people really wanted him.
And from what I've seen, they did a pretty good job. Since Ridley's height has always been the most goofiest thing on the face of the planet. Not as much as Bowser's, but, you know.
This round's special. Watch out for the red platform.
Nab a red platform for better rewards. You have 15 seconds. I'm okay on this safe one right here. Nah, I'm good. I'm good.
Let's find our winner.
What? You jackass! You ruined everything!
Oh, cheer up, guys.
You stood on my platform at the last second because you wanted to deny me rewards.
Wow, what an a-hole.
Yeah!
Time for one more dance.
Well, that sucked. I'm not mad at you, I'm just disappointed. No reason for me to be here anymore. I was that close to a coin. We made it to round 5, dude. Hey, I think I found a hot spring here in the middle of the mountains. Just spawned me there. Well, in that case... Good thing I have an outfit for the occasion. Yeah, let's test this really quick. I wonder if this is possible. Because I mentioned it during that last minigame. Most MMOs let you do this, but... Yeah, as a matter of fact, they do have that. So let's make this way less awkward for everybody watching right now. It doesn't match. The color doesn't match the hat, and it's starting to bug me. This robe started off as purple, too. I wonder if it changes color depending on how far you've gotten through the game. Oh, wait a minute. Ah! Oh, goodness. Well, I found them. I found the Nixes. So I get it. One of them is a spellcaster and the other is a melee specialist. I just have to stay on the move and keep out of both of their ranges here. This is the cool thing about fire spells, too. You don't even have to do a whole lot of work with them. All you have to do is hit with one spell, and then the burning damage does your job for you. So even if you're preoccupied with, you know, living for a little bit, you can still contribute to the fight. I don't even have the quest right now to fight these guys, I think. So I'm basically just doing this as a challenge to myself. It's because I want to. It's because I want to prove that I can later.
Gosh, I kind of want you to do another Hearthstone stream for new, because I haven't laughed so hard in a while.
Fuck's sake, I didn't know she had that move. Well, that sucked. Just the, yeah, you're not supposed to be fighting me right now. Go do something else, you idiot. Yeah, well, fuck you too, developers. Maybe I won't even bother with that quest in the future. How about that shit? I'll just power level my way to the end. Not even see all of this beautiful content you put together. How about that?
Oh gosh, the greatest side of Fnu is coming out. The very angry and passive-aggressive side.
Life is about solitude.
I'm sorry, did that tree just talk?
You know, I wasn't always alone like this. When I was just a sapling, I had more tree friends than leaves. But it's been many years since then, and all of my friends have gone. I'm so lonely. I have only myself to talk to now. But you could plant new friends for me. Or red trees, if you please. Not the green ones. They're notorious sunlight hogs. Wow, racist.
It's Tree Lord, the racist.
What's that guy's name again? Harum? Okay, so what is this? Okay. So I can't die again for another hour, otherwise something bad's gonna happen to me. I mean, not that any of the smaller enemies are actually going to pose a threat to me here. It's literally only the bosses who have a chance of killing you. It's like most MMOs. They're making the whole act of replanting trees from another area surprisingly easy. This does not convey how difficult the process actually is. God help you if you need a permit for it. That's gonna carry you for weeks of paperwork. And pop. Where'd the other tree go? I just planted it here. Thanks. They don't talk much now, but I'm sure they will in time. I wonder if he'll realize eventually that he's literally the only one who can. Kinda reminds me of a joke, though, from Crush Crush. Somebody from the future. One of the questions she asks you is, has humanity discovered that most ficuses achieve a basic level of sentience? Has the Tree-mancipation Proclamation been signed yet? That game is silly and beautiful in the best possible way.
Just like you, Fnu.
Touché.
Albinos is doing okay.
Let's see. Used to increase the experience gained from defeating monsters, fishing, and performing by 100% for 30 minutes. You may only use one at a time. This item has expired. Oh. Well. I guess that's why the giant X on it. Well, I mean, I'll keep that in my inventory. Is this one of those, like, how often do you get a chance to hold on to something like that? It's like in World of Warcraft, how so many things have happened with the game over the years that you could just end up... some of the older players just have really broken items, or items that don't function the same way anymore. There are certain hunters who have pets that you literally cannot obtain in the game at this point, because so many things have been changed. There we go. Should be one more side quest in this area if I recall correctly. Before I start beating up too many regular enemies, I should probably go talk to him. Because... not because of the wonderful things he does, but because he's going to be giving me some really nice shoes if I do this favor for him. Is it possible to see who's the other watcher right now? I don't know. You should have a people list.
I don't know you.
What brings you here? Ah, my shoes!
What's wrong?
Sponsors over there appeared out of nowhere while I was on my way to Alinea. They stole my shoe pouch. All the pretty shoes I was going to give my friends in Alinea were in there.
This sounds like a job for a superhero.
Would you please help me find all my shoes?
I mean... what else am I gonna do? Progress the plot? Whoever wanted to do that, right? I'm just gonna go make my own adventure for a little while.
Loser.
It goes back to the old adage I always say. Like, yes, I'm not making story progress right now, but that's my choice. Like, I'm the one choosing to make that happen right now. And therefore, it feels a lot better. I want to do all these side quests because it's free experience, and it feels like I will be ready for the next story mission a lot more ready than I would be otherwise, because I'm going through all this trouble. A couple more wigglers and we'll actually be done here. They are bugs and they are yellow, but sadly they aren't made in several segments, and they do not give you and they do not turn angry if you hit them once. Like, become red and nearly invincible. Where does Nintendo get the idea for some of their concepts? Like, honestly now. And Mario games are incredibly strange if you just take a second to step back and analyze the logic of that universe. And then again, a lot of games have some really funny concepts if you just slow down for a moment. See if you can guess the game based on the concepts that I list here. Okay, are you ready for this?
Okay.
Football players with chainsaw guns.
Oh, Gears of War.
Mm-hmm. Angry ash-covered man with chain blades.
God of War.
Okay. Stab orc, get magical powers.
I wonder what.
Here's an extra pair of shoes I found out there. I mean, they're not yours, so they must belong to somebody. That'll be your quest to do in the future, though, friend. That's your adventure, Mr. NPC. Alright. Shoot, I see now. Herein lies the problem. Now my hat and my shoes don't match. Merit shop, help me out here. Got some headgear I can wear instead? Equalizer cap. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This game has a Waluigi hat in it.
Of course it does.
I mean, it doesn't have the backwards L on the front, but it's that perfect shade of purple. Some of these are throwback items, too. Like, I recognize a lot of these outfits.
Can you make ice cream from ice
Like the
cream?
sauna towel. I believe the frilled bikini is an old one. I know both of the handboks are old. I saw those in the cash shop all the time. You know, while I just sat there, just staring longingly at items that I couldn't afford. You know, I buy those horns, I might actually have... That's kind of awesome. How the dragon earrings just curl right up around the horns like that. That's nice. No, what would match with this outfit? The towel hat. I don't have enough mesos for that, but...
I wonder how everyone is doing back in LNL.
If I combine that with that... And then we just see how our character looks. Evil beware me. I just got out of the bathhouse and and I'm ready to kick some ass.
I'm ready to go full anime.
Kitty ears are too much. Lowest to highest. Well, the normal bunny headband could be fine. And hey, wearing that item, it just makes me feel like I'm playing Trickster Online again. That's another old MMO from back in the day.
Can you imagine studying on a day like today?
Sadly, that one got discontinued a couple years back. I loved the characters in it, though. Bunny was the best. Like, her melee damage was insane if you built her correctly. Alright. Time to say hello to Mio. Yeah, we're done doing all of your eco work for you. Give me some experience so I never have to think about the moral implications of any of this ever again. Please, distract me with shinies. There we go. All intelligence.
Oh my god.
What happened? What happened? What'd you do?
So, in the first, the Shadow of Mordor, you raised, this orc named Ratback to War Chief.
Oh, you just met him again?
Yes, but now he's the overlord. And it's like, well, because the myth about this overlord was he was a two-headed. And so that's what made, like, he's a two-headed troll. So, and now I get it, because Ratback is, like, being the brains of the operation.
Mm-hmm.
Can I tell you something?
Thank you very much. One day this whole region will be a forest again.
Good luck with that. Because everything's just respawning and nothing can ever change. Such is the curse of an MMO. I don't know, some games really change when they come out of beta. Like, there's way more polish than they had in the base version. Like, how much do you think it's going to change by the time this game actually gets released? Will it just be like a culture shock moment of, whoa, yeah, this is way smoother?
He named the really big guy that helped him become Overlord after the main character.
Nice.
Not the main character's name, Talion. He just calls him Ranger. Because that's what all the orcs and Ugai call him.
How you doing today, stranger?
How's it going, Ranger?
Wow, these enemies are actually really durable. I forgot about that. Up here on the mountain, you've got some legitimate problems to deal with. Let's see here. Any side quests in this region? Can I go contribute to the plot for a little bit? Yes? Alrighty then. Don't mind if I do. Wait, how do I... Where do you... There you go. That's where you wanted me to stand. Yeah, I'd appreciate if they'd fix that. That was a little dumb right there. Took me a while to find the one magic pixel of a spot they wanted. Oh. Remember that guy who signed us up for the caravan?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, no!
Dude, that guy survived the dragon. He rocked the dragon.
Dragon Ball Z?
No, not quite.
Oh.
Just normal Dragon Ball for now.
Oh, okay. Not Dragon Ball Super?
No. No, got a long ways to go before that.
Not GT?
See, in some ways, as I understand it, because Goku got young again, so GT was kind of a callback to normal Dragon Ball. In some
Except
ways.
it isn't. Except it totally isn't, because he can still go Super Saiyan 3.
Hmm. Well, so much for that.
Yeah, no, he was still obscenely powerful. He was just in a kid body.
Well, some dragons transform, but I don't. You know what I love in video games?
What?
Chases that have absolutely no consequences if you don't go quickly.
Okay, so who should I make Overlord? A really big guy, an assassin, a poison slayer guy, a mystical berserker.
Poison Slayer?
Yeah, like his main thing is he has like a poison weapon, and he can like deal he's the one like he can deal some pretty decent damage. A Beastmaster, or a Machine Tracker or Machine Commander.
No clue. If I played the game, my first instinct was to make an assassin because he's actually got information.
But this is Overlord.
I'd put a smart guy in... Oh, wait, okay, describe this to me, Overlord. Like, what's this position entail? What are the job qualifications here?
He's the leader of all the captains and war chiefs in the area. So he's the big commander.
Well... So a shot caller, basically.
Mm-hmm.
I'd still say give it to somebody who's at least somewhat smart.
So Mystic?
Probably.
Okay, like he's a berserker, but like... let's see, he's weak to beast attacks.
I mean, how often does that come up, right?
Yeah, but I want someone who has some... I'm going to look at all their weaknesses and just pick the person who is the least weak to shit.
Okay. Yeah, because your characters could just die at any time, can't they?
Yeah.
I think Jim Sterling pointed that out. Like, there are some moments where you could just have You'll start up a battle, and one of your characters will just die for no reason.
I would probably, like, I don't want anyone who's heavily damaged to beast attack. Definitely not you, because you can get heavily damaged by ranged. Let's just make this Mystic guy. He's the big boss now.
This is your responsibility. Nice, I even got something out of that. Good job, team.
Yeah, we did it.
So many people with pink hair. Now, I want to be careful about this before I go in, because this might actually be better than the gear I had. In fact, it is. It even gives me more health to work with. Ooh. Even incremental upgrades are appreciated in these games. Friend's stream ran into net trouble. Oh, that sucks. I know that feeling. I know that feeling very, very well, having technical problems in the middle of the show. All my condolences to your friend. I'm so sorry.
That's pretty cool. Two of my captains became his war chiefs.
What do you mean you were too late?
Mind your own business.
You show him the notebook. Even if I knew what that was, why do I gotta answer to you? In that case, I'm sure the guard will love to hear about you. Sorry, lady, you ain't leaving here alive. Not this again. It'll be different this time. We'll crush you flat as a pancake, or I'll step down as boss. Or I'll step down as boss, I imagine is what he said. You can do it. Just give up. You're doomed. You're about to feel a whole new world of pain. Cheering section, you're up.
Everybody ready? Cheer as loud as you can. We're rooting for you, bro.
You got this. Knock her out in one shot.
This is your time to shine.
All eyes are on me. I won't lose again. Feel the power of friendship.
Friendship?
What's that? All my friends are dead. That's kind of my plot point. They're out there in the world somewhere solving their own problems. Meanwhile, I gotta go on the same adventures as every other player character. Which kind of makes it feel a lot less special in hindsight, now that I say it out loud. Ugh. I really gotta be dodgy with this character. Because I could be leading the battle for the longest time, but the instant I take even one hit, I lose like a quarter of my health bar. I will be playing a glass cannon the entire game with this character. Which, to be fair, was kind of what I was doing with the Berserker too, but... Nope, can't die again. Not gonna get me once more. Holy shit, let me put some of my consumables on my hotbar so that doesn't happen again. Oof, that was way too close.
Oh, I just noticed something a little cool about Ratbag. Since in the first game, he got he got hit by like a big mace and was rocketed across this room.
Mm-hmm.
On his face now, he has a big swollen part and stitching.
Oh dear.
He's just oh yeah, I had to I was still gravely injured from that. That's the cool thing about this game is just this
the
enemy...
consistency, yeah. The world has permanence.
Yeah. This enemy got burnt, but he escaped. He'll come back and he's burnt and he's mad about it.
Mm-hmm. After the attack on the royal caravan, you were dispatched to find out who... Sorry, go ahead.
Do you want to read?
It's fine.
Okay. I'm sorry. But during one mission, I was fighting in like a gladiator pit, and one of the enemies was my nemesis from the first game, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm back, coming to kick your ass," and I'm just like, "Oh no, that guy! I totally remember you."
I don't have time for this.
See the symbol on the cover? That's the crest of the Barada Trading Company. We don't do business with them. If you want to learn more, you better head over to Barada Port. And now we start the quest for truth. All of the lackeys are just standing around like, God, what do we do now? I mean, you beat our boss and he's not the boss anymore. Well, your problem solved, not mine. I'm gonna go take a lesson on how to fly balloons. See ya. Oh, goodness, it's you. You're the young adventurer who helped me stress test my race car super engine before. What a pleasant surprise. Are you still driving that car I gave you? My options of which are, that's right, or actually I've moved on to shinier, fancier vehicles. I'll be nice. Oh, is that so? Still cruising around with your wheels on the ground, eh? Well then, you've come at the perfect time. What would you say to the chance to rule the skies? Pending the results of a lawsuit, I've taken a break from my engine research and started looking into making flight more accessible to all. This is my first invention, a flying balloon. I believe I have perfectly counterbalanced the balloons for your weight, so you should be able to soar the skies without getting lost in the stratosphere. Give it a try. It's amazing that they give you the floating mounts this early and everything. I'm actually kind of amazed. Usually you don't... I know in World of Warcraft, at least, you don't get that for a long time. Like, until level 60 or so, you won't have enough money for it.
This could just be, like, for the beta.
Maybe.
Yeah, giving you access to things early just so they can, like, do the playtesting for it.
Yeah, this game's gonna be way more awesome than it actually is, guys. Tell all of your friends. Yes, if you couldn't tell by the messages at the top of the screen, this is not representative of the final product. So take both the bad things you notice and the good things you notice with a grain of salt.
Okay, I have to go to the bathroom. Hold on. I'll be back in a minute.
Sure. See you later, man. Hold on tight. You're going places. Ooh, what needs a boost? I think you do, as a matter of fact. More damage over time. Went up from 21 to 25. You guys need a hand down here? Why does he always aggro me, I wonder? Probably because I'm dealing so much damage. He's just always focused on what I'm doing. You're the biggest threat in this whole group. Ow. Smack me clean in the face. Prepare for... He's already dead? Oh, dang. Level 16. Shears aren't terribly good in terms of defense, but man, I guess it just makes every single boost count for that piece of armor. Now are they going to give me certain other quests? I'll tackle them later. For now, I'm actually curious to see an area of the game I haven't seen yet. Like, we're past the point where I got with my Berserker. We're in uncharted territory for me right now, ladies and gentlemen. I have no idea what's gonna go down. We're after a strange masked man who murdered our first contact here on the mainland. Oh, I hear a Dio.
I'm back.
Hey, welcome back.
Oh, I did have a funny thing with the Nemesis system. There was this assassin that I've killed twice, and he's like, "Nope, I'm back. I never got paid. I need to get that money, and then I can die."
Jeez, that's determination right there. So much work to do here that we're always busy, but that means we never have any time for safety. It's getting downright hazardous here. I'm just so worried. We're really lucky we haven't had an accident already, but the conditions around here have gotten so bad. It's only a matter of time before something terrible happens. I mean, just look at these rusty gas tanks leaking everywhere. It's like working in the middle of a minefield. One spark and the whole place will go up. It used to be that when the tanks started looking bad, they'd get replaced. Safety inspectors get mean when you're not following the rules, but not anymore. And the Koborks around here aren't helping matters. Every time they throw a bomb, my heart skips a beat. What if they hit a gas tank? I can't stand it anymore. If no one else is going to do anything, I'll fix the problem myself. Whatthefnu, will you help me?
Wait, are they called kobolds or koborks?
Koborks. Koborks is what their name is. You did not... did I fucking stutter?
Because now I'm just thinking of very good boys. It's just in armor and swords, like, bork, bork!
Bork, bork. Arf. Arf. Bark, bark. Woof.
He's just so menacing!
All I want is...
I'm getting a couple different quests here. This is such pitiful art. It's breaking my heart. Oh my goodness. This guy. This guy's username. And he rhymes. Everything he says rhymes. Okay.
Go home! No!
He's vomit on his sweater already. Yo, have you seen my magnificent art all over Barada Shore? What do you mean you don't know which art is mine? The magnificent ones are mine, of course. It's that weird mushroom stuff that's bringing down the class in this joint. Don't you agree? I don't know who that artist is, but they're cramping my style. They must be stopped. I'm gonna find out who is doing this. In the meantime, you can go around and erase all of those lame mushrooms. Just make sure you don't mess up my stuff by mistake, okay? It's gonna make me famous. So, vandalism. We're an impromptu safety inspector, and what does this guy want me to do? It's high time I stop acting like a hooligan. Why do you want to stop? Lately, my hooligan friends and I have started doing a lot worse than petty crime. I've started to think, is it okay? Do I really want this life for myself? Worse, the salary for hired muscle isn't nearly what it used to be. So I'm done with that thug life for good. But if I turn myself in, I might go to prison. I don't want to go to prison. Was really worried about it until I saw a bulletin board. Catfan, the leader of Darkwind himself, posted it. Reward, defeat mini-pims and provide proof to earn cold, hard mesos. This is how I can redeem myself. It says here I'll be exempted from prison life if I can get mini-pims capes. I heard mini-pims are hiding somewhere in Barada Shore. The problem is I can't show my face anywhere right now or I'll go straight to the big house. Would you defeat mini-pims and get mini-pims capes for me, Whatthefnu? You flush all the mini-pims out of hiding if you pull on the levers you see around there. Again, you ever notice how things start sounding really weird if you say them too many times?
Mini-pims, mini-pims, mini-pims.
Exactly.
I know you're trying to make this sound like it's a normal thing. It's not.
It's really not. What happened to all the normal pims? Turns out they're all like level 100 enemies and we're not going to encounter them until endgame. Or maybe pull a Pikmin and be like, the baby form is the one you really have to worry about. You remember that from the first game, right? That weird, like, swamp bog thing that you encounter in the 4th area?
Oh, it's been a while since I played that game.
It's like it's the most difficult and dangerous enemy in the game. It's got like a death aura around it that kills any Pikmin that it touches. There's no way to defend against it. But the grown-up form, you meet back in the first area where your ship first crashed. And it can't actually damage you. And what it does, it doesn't kill Pikmin. when it hits them, it instead plants them back into the ground, at which point they turn into flower Pikmin very quickly.
Sounds like something they would do on the first area.
There we go.
I heard that that 3DS Pikmin game didn't do very well.
Yeah, I haven't played it myself, but it didn't look like something I was interested in. It's hard to please Nintendo fans because they knock it out of the park so many times. If you deliver anything less than just an actual Pikmin game or an actual Mario Party, everybody's just gonna be... It's just like, what's this shit?
I don't know. They've been throwing duds in Mario Party for the last 11 games.
We have hope. We have hope. This next one at least looks like a real Mario Party.
Okay, I'll give it this. I don't like Mario Party, but I was legit like, I would buy that and play it with friends because of the whole screen thing.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, that's interesting enough that I would give it a try.
Okay.
Don't throw your frickin' spears at me.
How many of those capes did I need? I need 3 of them. Wow, they've got a lot of health on them, too. Oh, nice. That might be some better gear. Not the Smoky Prog. Noelle knows exactly what I'm talking about. Smoky Prog is the worst enemy in that entire game. It sucks to fight that thing, and I don't even think you get a proper treasure out of it either. You get a whole bunch of, like, food. It's worth a ton of seeds if you bring it back, but you lose so many Pikmin to kill it in the first place that you pretty much just break even unless you know exactly what you're doing. Finally found the culprit behind that eyesore art. Well, who is it? Some hack named 50 Meso living in Lava Works. Pah, the name is almost as pathetic as their art. 50 Meso. So we have one character named Meminem. And then, oh wait, what? He did it. Dio.
What?
He did it. Coops
What
did
happened?
it. Coops did it. He finally really truly did it.
I'm scared.
He gifted me hatred on Steam.
Did he gift you Postal too?
No, I think he did, yeah, a little.
Are you mad? You can always decline it.
No, he already spent the money.
Just decline it and I'll take it.
No, it's fine.
No, you like for new. You took a hard stance on it. Don't like. You don't have to do it just because someone bought you something. That's like. That is manipulative. That's manipulative. You don't have to.
It was still a gift. Like, he spent his own money for me. It just feels morally wrong not to take it.
It's not morally wrong because you already stated that you absolutely did not want this and told me and Coops not to buy it for you ever.
All right. Alright. So yeah, what was I talking about?
Pim-pims.
Other than that. Right. Meminem, and the fact that he has a beef with another artist called 50 Meso, which is the currency in this game. Do you get it?
I don't think so. Maybe you have to tell me some more.
I need you to go to 50 Meso's hideout in Lava Works and replace all the art around their house with mine. I know you're not an artist, but it's more about payback than quality now anyway. Screw you, man. I've been building up these life skills for the past, like, 4 hours. How dare you say I'm not a good artist? Face me at fishing, man. I'll show you what's what. Oh, for crying out loud. Alright. I'll clear out all the enemies first. Fine. It's really interesting, because the Koborks, the bombs they throw have a delay. And if you time it right, I think you can actually damage the enemies around them, too. Like, lure some of the, lure an unintended target into the blast zone. Gonna get some rest. See you later. Hey, have a good night, man. Thanks for coming. I'm gonna have the best stream I possibly can. We're almost at the end anyway. We've got about 8 minutes before I was gonna call it quits. People kind of dropped off on this one, I've noticed. Like, we started off with a pretty good crowd, but then everybody decided it wasn't really their thing. Either that or I'm streaming too late at night.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh, right. I'm a wizard. I can't just stand there and let things hit me. That's a berserker's job. Oh, that's the knight's job, is you don't have to care about taking damage. There we go. Everything respawns quickly enough. I can just stay in the same region for a while. Instead of interacting with a whole bunch of items all over the place, I can just interact with the same handful of them. Because they have to refill themselves fast enough for everybody to interact with again and again.
Oh, Shin Megami Tensei Liberation DX2 is available in America now.
Nice.
Because I just got my pre-registered and it's like, oh, here you go.
Nice. Hopefully this is a mobile game we can all be proud of.
I don't know, Shin Megami Tensei is probably gonna be grindy as fuck.
Wow, you don't know what this means to me, Whatthefnu. I'm well on my way to being a reformed hooligan now. Once I leave this place, that's it. No more crime. But there's one thing that still bothers me. What's that? Those Koborks over there recently showed up. They're more dangerous than a hooligan like me. We may swing clubs and throw our weight around, but there's something else. They run around that construction shite. I've been playing my Irish character too much in Pathfinder. Throwing dangerous bombs without any regard for safety or outhouses. I know as a hooligan, I'm not really one to talk, but still, the number of villains and brigands in this place has gotten out of control. But you already know I swore to leave the hooligan life behind. I can't go around beating people up even if they are throwing bombs around. Could you please teach those Koborks a lesson for the safety of everyone here? Why not? And again, we're just gonna go straight back to the little area we've got.
So, for new,
Yeah.
I found the final boss.
You what?
I found him. The final boss, the final area.
Oh, of course the last gas tank exploded. So you could just end the game right now if you wanted. If you had enough faith in your abilities to do so anyway.
but I can't build an army in this region.
Got it.
Because you can't take orcs that are higher levels than you.
Okay.
But yeah, I totally could. Like, but yeah, no, it would just be too much of a pain in the ass, and I'm not that skillful.
Fair enough. 37, 34. These are technically better. And
Fanu,
then-
did you accept the gift?
No, I did not. I declined
Okay.
it, like you said.
Like, Fanu, you took a hard stance. It's not it's not bad to have your moral code, and you don't have to even be mad at Kevin/Coops. You can just be like, "Ah, funny joke." I'm not accepting this though.
I mean, I wasn't mad at him. I was very apologetic. I was like, Dio's telling me not to accept this. Oh, I actually had my fingers on the wrong place on the keyboard. You could tell I was never a touch typist as a kid. They tried to teach me how to do it. I had a whole class based around it. I still remember this game. There were like 2 like primary colored hands that were teaching you like all of the different letters, and you had to master them in groups of 4. You go through all of these tests, and at the end of like a group of 4 letters, you'd get a diploma saying you'd mastered that part of the keyboard. I might still have some of those lying around here somewhere. I wish I could remember what that game was, though. I want to make that a countdown one of these days, like the top 8 educational games. I know I have a few surprising ones on there that I don't think a lot of people would expect. I talked about it a little bit during the 25 Games of Christmas. Like one game called Math for the Real World. I'm not even kidding about that. Like, that soundtrack is amazing.
Math for the real world. For shizzle.
Why is it still telling me that's there? Oh, those are the orcs. Now I understand. I was like, wait, but there's no art to undo here. Oh, it's not art you want me to do. We have a whole nother way to express ourselves. I can only interact with the world through violence. It's the only way I know how to communicate with a monster. I don't speak their language. I don't have Aklo or Aquan.
Also, Fanu, it's only it's only about like $1.39.
Oh, there's a sale or something going on right now?
Yeah, it's 80% off.
Got it. That's why.
Yeah. And so it's not like you spent a lot of money.
Really helps having a friend I can depend on now that I've turned over a new leaf. And that, I believe, is gonna be the end of our journey tonight. It's been a good run so far. We got up to what? Like, we got to level 15, which is not bad. Boosted up our intelligence all the way to a mightily small in 130. Probably by other people's standards, it's kind of small.
So I got another orc who cheated death. He was the wings of flame, and he lit himself on fire to death. And now he is the flames of war, and talking about how the flames birthed him again. And I'm just like, I don't want to deal with you right now. Go away.
Alright, that's gonna bring us to the end of the stream tonight. But nobody go anywhere quite yet. I know for a fact we don't have enough people here for a raid, but we do have one other thing to do before we go offline. We have got to roll a d20. And the result is a 3. Not even freaking close for something amazing to happen. Alright, thank you to everybody who showed up so far tonight. Thank you to my co-host, Dioraptor, also known as Shadowmancer2 in the chat. for showing up for this. And please join us again Wednesday night when we will be doing something awesome. Until then, I'm Whatthefnu. Later, everybody.
I'm your guy.